Hello all, and I've just realized I didn't get the avatar ready. 1 second. You can't can't be a PNG tuber without the PNG, at least not that I'm aware. Well, and I'm doubling up, as I always am. I keep forgetting to get out of the close that, close that. There we go, okay. That's more like it. Now, let me just get the PNG so that I can officially become a PNG tuber. There it is. Okay. It's this one, if you don't know already, it's this great thing called VidoTube Mini. I really need to put a little thing there, but it's a really nice piece of free software that I think you can get on itch. That just lets you set up a really simple sort of PNG avatar. And let's just get it loading up. One day I will start at 8 o'clock like I want to. Just is not this day. There we go. Yep. And we're talking, and I can also Yep. And I can also be scared, and I can also be angry. Even though I never any of those things, but still. Yep. Oh no! Look at me! Oh no! Oh god! It's hard to figure. It's hard to remember to press the buttons to do that. But it's working. So let's see. Now we just need the live chat. Okay. Properties. Where are you? It's not that one. I know I had it somewhere. Where'd I put it? Is that it? No, that's not it. Why is the chat not working? I will get the chat. Hello, let's see. Hello, Michael Gojiragon and Oh, you're doing pretty well. Well, I mean, like, I'm doing a bit better now that I've been doing these body doubling streams. I'm able to actually get some work done, which is great. Just need to try and... Why is the chat not working? That's the main problem here. Let's see. I meant to get chat up, but it's not there. Maybe it was the... Oh, there it is. Okay, for some reason it kind of went weird for a second, but it's all good now. Alright, put them about here-ish. There we go. And yep, we're starting up. You've got the stuff in the corner. We're ready to get going. One day I will actually start at 8 o'clock like I intend, but it is not this day. This day it is 8:30 once again. Welcome to body doubling, which is a thing that is used for fighting against ADHD, because just having someone in the room is enough to kind of get you out of your head and your mindset. Because a lot of the time, well, yeah, for myself, I have a big issues with something that's called executive dysfunction, and that's where you actively do want to and enjoy work. You know, like you want to work and you enjoy it, but for some reason your brain stops you from doing it. But yes. What are the origins of Suede? Oh, there's a big old thing behind it. It all starts with Leon S. Kennedy, which is why I'm looking forward to Resident Evil 9 coming up. But no. Back when I was super young, I was like, I liked editing and I liked putting together videos, and then that guy with the glasses was just coming out, so much so that it didn't even have its own website, and then there was this thing called there's this thing called blogs on the That Guy with the Glasses website, and I made a video, and you could just post whatever you want, included videos, and I made like a top 11 anime openings, and that actually caught their attention. But while I was filming it, I was wearing this suede jacket that I wore because I wanted to look like Leon from Resident Evil 4. I'm aware that Leon has a leather bomber jacket, but the closest jacket I could find to Leon's was the closest leather jacket that I could find. The closest jacket that I could find to Leon's was a suede jacket. So because everybody who wanted to get attention and kind of get a piece of that guy with the glasses pie would always be that noun in the verb or whatever it's called, that noun in the descriptor. So yeah, I was that dude in the suede, and then I kind of stopped because dude didn't really suit my aesthetic, really. I didn't really feel like a dude. Dude always had this kind of surfer connotation to me, or at the very least this California connotation. So I just shortened it down to suede. But, yep. Right, now that you've gotten the origin story out of the way, let's go through this. Alright, we are doing the final pass, which is important. I've got everything done, so hopefully we should be able to get it done today. I've put all the what happens is that I've got all of the footage in this layer here, so that way I can just grab it all. Well, hold on a second first. Here's an earlier episode I made. So this is kind of what I do to make sure that the this is what I do to make kind of get avoid copyrights and all that kind of thing. Shrink it down, give it a drop shadow, that kind of thing. But it'd be annoying to do that to every single bit of footage. So what I'll do is copy that part there. Then I go over here and we select the entire thing. That's why you gotta go through, make sure that every single bit of footage is on the same layer here. And then we paste attributes, then make sure that all the attributes are copied over, except for retime effects, because that means that any like freeze frames I put would be overwritten, and I need to keep the freeze frames. And then we just go for, hey Fred, that's it. And then we press apply. That should get all of them. Yes, there they are. Good so far. Then we need my background, which is over here. Grab the background, put it over here. We're just doing the last pass. Well, I mean, yeah. I say that like it's just sort of, oh, just one last thing to do, but no, well, I have to go through the entire thing, put the avatar pictures in there, and also just do the final polish, make sure that everything's export ready as we go along, basically. So yeah, you'll be able to watch along, basically. So I've got that there, and let's start.
Pilot, we rejoin our heroes as they process the kidnapping of Marina. Then Vincent seems to be taking it well.
Marina!
Okay, all good so far.
What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? They took Marina! What will I do without her? I'll be lost
Yeah,
for
oh, Marina.
A, pretty codependent, and B, reframing her frankly traumatizing experience around how it affects you. New to simping, are you? Hopefully always, Vinny.
Hey, Eugene, do you think Marina's okay?
Let's put it this way. Team Rocket's not known for their gentle nature.
Sweet baby Mew, you...
Okay, so now we need to move on to chibi placing, which is okay, but at the same time it's somewhat, it can be quite tedious. Alright, let's bring it in. I probably don't, yeah, okay. These are all of the chibis. They are not in the most, what's the word, efficient... They're not placed in the most efficient order, but unfortunately it's at that point where you know where they are. It's kind of like that sort of mess that you have your room in, where it's like, yeah, it's not the tidiest, it's not the best, but it's like you know, you have the muscle memory of where they are. Okay, so we go Sweet Baby Mew, that should be the heck probably. Bring that over. So we'll bring, yep, okay.
Sweet baby Mew, Eugene, remind me never to attend your pep rallies. Let's...
Oh good, don't need to add a second face there. Bring it over, and then unfortunately, oh yeah, I forgot. They need to do the suede push.
Nature.
Sweet baby.
Yep, and then you suede push right. That should be suede push out, I'd say, but I can't be bothered changing it.
Let me put it this way. Have either of you been introduced to the term gulag?
We'd better take some action!
You can't just do something to do something.
Ash, you okay?
I was very tempted to go like, we should do something. Should we do something? But at the same time, it's like, I don't know how much cross... I know that a few people know me from Linkara, but it's like, it's such an old gag. I don't know if Linkara still uses it. Okay, so hold on. I'd like to do like a bit of a whoosh there, just to kind of show that I'm transitioning to a different scene there. So probably a... Here we go, bright flash. So about here.
Something.
Ash, you okay?
Okay, bring it in closer, bring it in shorter.
Something.
Ash, you okay?
Okay.
Something.
Ash, you...
Yeah, a bit shorter, get the timing a little better.
Something.
Ash, you okay?
That's cool. Now I just need kind of a whoosh noise. I think I've got a whoosh noise. He does do it from time to time, that's good. Let's see. Is this a whoosh? That's not a whoosh, that's a slam. Sorry for the jump scare. Okay, there's the explosion. That could work if I do it backwards. Let's try that. Okay. Yeah, that could work backwards. Never underestimate the power of a reversed sound effect. Put that over here. Let's speed it up a bit. Go to... Okay, let's see. Change clip speed. Let's speed it up so it's about... or 200. Let's just do a double. And then reverse it. Okay, let's bring that over here.
Ash, you okay?
Oh, hang on, that's in the quiet. That's in one of the quiet ones. Let's see.
Ash, you okay? Yeah.
That might be good enough. It's not the best, but I need to pick my battles. Oh, Pokemon. Let's see. Oh, okay. I guess it wasn't quite accurate. Someone retracted the message.
Ash, you okay? Yeah, I did.
Yeah, it doesn't quite sound like.
Ash, you okay?
It's probably good enough for the transition. Probably would be better with more of a whoosh noise, but I'll just quickly take one last look. Actually, if I do a reversed funeral bell, that might kind of give it what it needs. Let's take a look.
Do something to do.
Okay, we got the funeral bell. We'll change the clip speed. We'll double that speed too, just so that we can... Okay. See if that's better.
To do something.
Ash, you okay? Yeah.
That's it. That's the secret sauce. Yep.
To do something.
Ash,
Wait, why is it? For some reason, it's sounds a bit. Oh.
Ash, you.
I can't tell if that's just the rendering, or if that's the or if it actually is like skipping like that.
To do something.
Ash,
Okay, best way to check is to go out, go in, then I don't know if I can render it in place or not. Let's see. I mean, you can render it in place. I just don't know if it's going to clap. Finalize, freeze frame, curve editor. Darn it. I hardly ever have to do it, so I don't know where exactly it is. Ah, okay, yeah, it was late Diamond and Pearl where the shiny clean look. So there was still some. Some of the early digital coloring still had the hairline cracks and stuff. I'll have to check that out when we get into Hoenn, which is, I guess approaching. But you know, I'm still not sure how I'm going to do that. Let's see. Nah, no, it's all right for now.
Something to do something.
Ash,
Dang it, that sounds pretty good. Just hang on a second. Maybe I should just go to change clip speed. Maybe it's the pitch correction. I'll change that.
Something to do something.
Ash,
No, it's better before. It was better before.
Something to do something.
There's gotta be a way to see if that renders normally. I have the thing there. Audio. Oh, wait, do I have to retime the controls? I've done it before. There it is. Render in place. Okay. I knew it was there somewhere. Okay. Except it can only render in place if it's a. It can only render in place if it's a clip. That's annoying. Alright, so render in place is just below the top three. So it is different here. Okay. Normalize audio levels. Cache. Oh, cache the audio effects. That could work.
Something to do something.
Ash, you.
No, it still sounds bad. It's annoying. Maybe I just need to do it again. Sometimes it's weird like that. Okay, does this sound good?
Something to do something.
Ash, you okay?
Okay, so let's try just. This is troubleshooting. Let's see. Do I have a middle name? Let's see. I'm trying to think if that's worth mentioning. Let's see. Yeah, I do, but it's really boring. Just on the off chance that, yeah, I don't want to give too much about myself away, but just know that it's really, really boring. Think of the most boring middle name ever in the entire world, and it's close to it. Let's see. Oh no. Wait, no, that's not it. I did the normalize. It's yeah. Change clip speed. There we go. Let's just try only reversing it. See if that glitches it out again.
Do something.
Ash, you okay? Yeah.
Okay, there we go. So now what I'll do is I'll instead manually change the clip duration. Oh no, not the duration. We'll just manually change the clip speed here. Let's go for -200. Maybe it just needed to. Maybe it was just the order. This is kind of the troubleshooting thing you have to worry about.
Just do something.
Yep, there we go. It just doesn't like doing it both at once. It just wanted to do it one at a time. two middle names. Last is from a Lord of the Rings character. Well, from what I've heard, like there's I think it's either Portuguese or Spanish. They can have like 12 middle names because it's more of a sort of cultural kind of family history sort of thing. Bill is a boring middle name. Danger.
Something to do something.
Ash, you okay? Yeah, I just.
That's pretty good, except I think the timing's a bit off. This is taking way too long. I need to pick my battles once again.
Do something.
Ash, you okay? Yeah, I.
There we go.
Felt like someone walked over my grave.
You must remain calm.
Yep, that works out. Cool. Just one more time to be absolutely
We
sure.
better take some action.
You can't just do something to do something.
Ash, you okay? Yeah, I just felt like someone walked over my grave.
You must remain calm, man.
Must remain calm.
What are we gonna do?
Okay, I do appreciate the...
Okay, back to the chibis. We do that kind of leaning forward thing where I'm just kind of like, yeah, this is kind of how it is.
Okay,
It's the oh please face. Okay. And then swipe push to bring it in. Yep.
What are we gonna do?
okay, I do appreciate the gags are hitting pretty well so far, although it is a bit rich for Eugene to be all...
Okay, that's probably a indignant. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Then that's swipe push right. Perfect. Okay.
Okay, I do appreciate the gags are hitting pretty well so far, although it is a bit rich for Eugene to be all...
The most important thing is not to panic.
Right after...
Ah, yes, she's most likely getting the thumb screws by now.
So what something should they...
Okay. Okay, yep. Oh, not the smiling one. Let's do the one that I'm actually using for the... One of my favorites. Where is it? Not looking at the screen. Is it indignant? No, it's glib explain. There we go. Just like, well, what are you gonna do? Okay.
So what something...
Probably do a kind of resign to the screen here. Alright, there it is, screen resign. Bring that over there. So he's just kind of, that's kind of a good sort of OU. There we go. Bring that up. Right. I'm not advanced enough yet that I can just apply the transitions immediately. I probably should practice that.
By now.
So what something should they do?
Hey, come on, snap out of it, Vincent. Don't you know Marina's Pokegear number?
Whoa, you're right. We can call her.
Oh yeah, cell phones are...
Okay, there was a bit of a lag at the end there. Got not a lag, a bit of polish needed there. Cool. And
Oh yeah, cell phone...
Right, we can call her.
Oh yeah, cell phones have been introduced at this point. It would have been nice if they established that beyond one...
okay, bit of frustration there. Okay, we want a quizzical one there. Where's quizzical? There's quizzical. That's cool. Then
Whoa.
just zoom in a bit so that it looks a bit nice, so that I'm able to see it a bit better. Ooh. There we go.
You're right. We can call her.
Oh yeah, cell...
Yeah, push that in. Lovely.
Oh yeah, cell phones have been introduced at this point. It would have been nice if they...
Let's see, I think it should be a look at the screen, but kind of no, I think it's sort of actually I think that one works better as the second one. So
It would have been nice if they established...
and then the angry one. Should it be the sweat drop or the rage? I'd say probably rage. Let's go for the frustration. Yep, that'll work. Okay.
It would have been nice if they established that beyond one single throwaway line in the first episode. I almost feel a little sympathy for Vincent.
Wait till she sees.
Don't know why, but just like I never know when the ditto face is gonna fit, but until it's like no, the ditto face will fit there. Let's see, let's try that.
Oh yeah, cell phones have been...
I think it was kind of the. There we go, mild surprise, which is.
At this point, it would have been nice if they established that beyond...
There we go, that's nice. Princess versus Princess. I think I mentioned that in the Princess versus Princess video. I don't remember if it was the most... If I mentioned that it has the most paint edits or not. I don't think it's the most painted hits of 4Kids has ever done. I'm pretty sure One Piece takes that prize, but for Princess vs. Princess certainly had a ton of painted hits for Pokemon.
Oh yeah, cell phones have been introduced at this point.
Well, that was back before that. That was back when they took out any reference to Japan.
Nice if they established that beyond one single throw.
I don't know whether that was 4Kids itself or best practices, because the best practices got rid of like the guns and the violence and stuff, but I don't know if that if they got rid of the Japanese references or not, for if that came from on high or if that was a 4Kids idea.
See how smart I am.
And now it's gone. Tomioka-san, can we get 50 cc's of...
Okay, now it's gone.
And now...
Okay, there's a good one around here that just seems like it'll work properly. Where I'm kind of looking down the... There we go, that's good.
It's gone. Tomioka-san, can we get 50 cc's of redeeming quality in this one? His appeal is flatlining fast.
Okay, then we go for this one. Yep, that works pretty well. You'd think this would take longer than... You'd think this would be take longer than, you know, having my face on there, but A, I feel like it kind of keeps the Pokemon aesthetic a bit better, and B, I'm really bad at memorizing lines outside of a theatre context. It would just take so long to be able to get... I would have too many takes.
cc's of redeeming quality in this one. His appeal is flatlining fast, but luckily...
Okay, bring the background over. The background's kind of like the... background's kind of like a signifier that the signifier that part that I don't need to think about it anymore.
Tomioka-san, can we get 50 cc's of redeeming quality in this one? His appeal is flatlining fast, but luckily they acknowledge the technology and get Attila to confiscate it, and also choke a ghost. I really feel like Mischievous was a bad choice for Marina's
Well, that's usually happy. Yep, that's a good one. It's not exactly a posh wine, but the face works. Oh, they removed the Japanese text so everyone thinks that the show is for them. I get that. It's like, look, I get that to an extent, like when it's kind of your average everyday stuff, but when it's like actual cultural stuff, I feel like that was really that was a poor choice, because kids love learning about different cultures. I did. I loved learning about the different things that different cultures do in different ways. It's like, yeah, maybe it would be a little... I can understand it being a little confusing in sort of the day-to-day activities, but when they visit, like, a festival, they can just say, oh, look, well, you know, when they visit, like, a festival or go to a sumo wrestling match or something like that, I feel like they should have kept it in there. It would have been... I feel like it would have been cool.
I really...
But, yeah, I mean, like, then Pokemon Company just went and did that anyway. Did that for them anyway, but just making it all neutral. Which again, it's kind of a shame. I like being able to. I like teaching. I like the idea of teaching kids about new cultures via their entertainment. I mean, is the Magic School Bus not beloved? As long as they're accurate portrayals, I think kids would really like that kind of thing. But
like Mischievous was a bad choice for Marina's Mon. What with her grabbing it earlier and now this. Bad choice for Marina's Mon.
Okay, probably the Quizzical now. No, that doesn't quite work. Let's yeah, Quizzical. Yep. You can tell how old these expressions are from the names. It says Quizzical to JO because they were the avatars were first made for the Pokemon 4 review, and that was Yes Otaku, who's no longer Yes Otaku. That's Jacob Chapman, and I'm not sure what he's up to at the moment. He does like weebservations. I think he still does stuff for I think he still does like anime journalism and so forth. Oh yeah, the sub sandwich. Oh. It's like everybody points to the jelly donut, and it's just like, What's worse? That's a hard thing to think about. Is it a badly photoshopped thing, or just blatantly calling it what it isn't? So, yeah, the sub sandwich rolling down the hill. Although that one weirdly foreshadows Paldea, doesn't it? Because Paldea was where they did the whole sub sandwich thing, or at least it was not a sub sandwich, a baguette sandwich. But yeah.
And now this. Luckily, we don't have time to dwell on it, as Marina returns.
I feel like that might have.
You too.
I really feel like Mischievous was a bad choice for Marina's Mon, what with her grabbing it earlier, and now this. Luckily, we don't have time to.
That's that one. Timing's a little bit off there. Let's just let's just trim that down a wee bit. Along with you. Ah, dang it! On my. That's weird. Oh, that's right. It's because I keep forgetting about this one. All right, I need to bring this all the way down because I'm not using the audio anymore, so I need to be able to see most of it. All right, so see, this is why you got to be careful before bringing this one in. There we go. Oh, but not quite. Need to bring that one in too. There we go.
Luckily, we don't.
Maybe trim that down just a smidge as well. Okay. There we go.
Luckily, we don't. Luckily, we don't have time to dwell. Lovely.
Oh, it was nice to see you around, Michael. Yeah, like I said, this is completely chill. I'm not expecting like extreme loyalty. Just like, you know, having even just knowing people are watching, or even knowing that there's the possibility of people watching, is what's helping me here. So honestly, I don't care if no one's watching. It's just the possibility of someone watching is what's keeping me from getting distracted. Although we will, speaking of distractions though, we will have to get back to Valkyria Chronicles in a bit. So,
But now this. Luckily, we don't have time to dwell on it.
well, it's like, are ghost Pokemon well, some ghost Pokemon are ghosts. It's so nebulous.
As Marina returns it, and Attila's all.
Now you're getting on my nerves, you little twerp.
No one cuts into my valuable ghost choking time.
But then Vincent tries to cut a promo against Attila with some fairly weak results.
Okay, I know those ones. What we do is we do the oh please, and then we go into the cringe. I mean, like, I don't cringe. Well, I mean the face cringes, but
Promo
yeah, whatever.
against Attila with some fairly weak.
I mean, I'm sure by many definitions I am pretty cringe, but I am free and I'm getting enough money from it, so who cares? Alright. So, hey, good job, you made it to a new live just in time. Let's see. And once I've finished editing, at the top of the hour, I'll be doing some Valkyria Chronicles, because I could have sworn that you can name your soldiers. I can't remember if you actually can or not. Maybe you can't. I should probably look it up actually, just so that I'm not continually doing that. Hold on. Let's see. Yep, no, we're good. We will do. Let's just look this up. Valkyria Chronicles. To rename soldiers. Okay, let's see. Oh, you can't. Oh, let's see. Oh, if you let your characters die, you get preset generics with generic names. Oh, okay, never mind. Darn it. I liked Valkyria Chronicles, but yeah, that's I only wanted to do it so that we can have fun banter and like give you guys a reward for sticking through the editing by naming characters after you. So instead of Valkyria Chronicles, let's do, okay, we can do either Oregon Trail again, or we could do some XCOM. I think we should, let's see. Oregon Trail only has 4 people, but mind you, there's usually only 4 people watching, so Let's see. Or I could just play like a... I think you can read... let's see. I mean, you can't really go wrong with XCOM, can you? And I still haven't finished it, so yeah. Let's do a new game of XCOM, and we'll name it after the people in chat. We'll name the characters after people in chat. Hey, Super Welsh. Hey, did you know I'm Welsh? Well, no, I'm not Welsh, but I'm I am Welsh, but like I'm a quarter Welsh. Yes, that's right. My grandmother my grandmother is Welsh. Well, my grandmother was Welsh. Rest in peace. Yeah. My dad was Canadian, but my grandmother was Welsh, so I'm technically Welsh Canadian. I have always wanted to visit there somewhere. It's the closest thing I have to a kind of culture outside of white. But just like Leo's culture is well, I mean, like Leo's culture is white American, but their closest their heritage is very much Danish. But yeah, it's kind of like that with me in Welsh. But, yeah.
But then Vincent tries to cut it.
But my grandma was my nan was my favorite grandparent though, so I actually named, was it my son's middle name is the most Welsh name that I could come up with, was the most like Welsh name that I could think of in honor of her. But yeah.
Fairly weak results.
I wonder if you guys can guess what the name is. Like, what is the most Welsh name that you can think of? Welsh through Barbados and Canadian roots. Oh, yeah. An Indian great-great-grandmother. Like Indian from India or Indian as a native? But oh, yeah, oh, you're not Welsh, it's your surname. Oh, interesting. Oh, the Irish gave them the Welsh surname? Oh, no. Eris is pretty good, but no, that's so weird. It's like you know how the Flying Dutchman, the Flying Dutchman is based on an actual legend, but yeah, the oh no, the Lost, not the Flying Dutchman, the Lost Dutchman's Mine is a famous gold mine that was searched for in the days of the Wild West. It was called the Lost Dutchman's Mine, but a lot of people were called Dutch back in the day, but they were actually German. That was just because Deutsch sounded so much like Dutch, so because they came from Deutschland. So that's where all the confusion came from. So like Dutch from Red Dead Redemption is probably called that because he's got German heritage rather than Dutch heritage. Funnily enough. Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
find you, and I'll smash you like a Charizard with a Caterpie!
No, Charles.
That's right. I do like how he just kind of goes into a weird WWE promo there. No, the Welshest name I could think of was Llywelyn, which is the one with two L's at the beginning and with a few W's and a Y in there too. But yeah.
With a Caterpie!
No, Charizard isn't known for squashing. Go for Snorlax. But yeah.
Okay, that should be angry, I think. Oh, actually, I think that should be Teardrop there. That should work.
No.
Not Teardrop, but Sweat Drop.
With a Caterpie!
No.
Oh, Indian from India. That's cool. Had a relationship while he was stationed in India. Wow, that's pretty amazing. It reminds me of just kind of like that sort of bloodline heritage thing is something that's only really kind of like fun for white people, because like with black people it's just kind of like with white people it's kind of like, oh look, I have these people all the way back, and it's like, and with black people they often go, oh look, there's some white heritage in there. Best not to think about that. But yeah. Alright. but that's a bit dark for what I'm doing right now. So moving on. Not that one. We want the suede push.
No, Charizard isn't known for squashing. Go for Snorlax. But yeah, then Attila uses an insult that's changed its meaning a bit with time.
Yeah, that probably works a bit better.
Snorlax. But yeah, then
Oh dang it! Forgot to unclip it. There we go. Hey, media. I am afraid I am just using Oh, it's 9 o'clock. That means it's about time for it's time for a quick break. 15 to 30 minutes of playing a game, and because you guys stuck it out through the editing, we will name characters after you guys. Hooray! And I still haven't finished XCOM. Oh darn it! I haven't. Okay, well that's XCOM still needs to finish downloading. So while we're waiting, I'll just do a showcase. I think. Let's see. What's a good game to showcase? I don't know if. Oh yeah, this is kind of a good sort of what's the word? Candy. Well, I can't remember what's the word for it. Sort of like a candy. I'm trying to think of the best way to put it. Sort of like it's not good for you, but it's just kind of sweet and it does the job. Yeah. It's called Ball Pit. It's pretty amazing. It's basically like Breakout and Vampire Survivors. Hang on a second. I'll just get the video set up. I don't know why I couldn't think of the right thing there. Whoa, geez, wrong one. There we go. Hang on. Let's just get the resolution. There's good music too. Yeah, that should work. Okay, unfull screen it. Yep, that'll work. Okay, so we go back. Let's just quickly grab the game. Window capture. Not that one. Yep, that'll work. Okay, properties. Huh, that's weird. That doesn't seem to be showing up. Let's try that again. Maybe it needs to be a game window. Yeah. Like I said, I'm just waiting for XCOM to load up, so just as a quick sort of a quick snack, I'll show off Ball Pit, which is just it's one of those games like Vampire Survivors where you're glad that this person is using their powers for good and not for evil. Surprising amount of those in indie games actually, where like you could imagine this being like a horrendous gotcha game, but luckily they were able to. Gotcha. I just realized I called it a gotcha game, which kind of fits, doesn't it? Okay. Let's try doing a game source thing. Let's see if that works a bit better. Game capture. See, there it is. Ball Pit. There we go. Cool. All right, let's quickly grab the make sure that the thing's there. Yes, yeah. Freddy Fish. That could be fun, but no, it needs to be something that's got quick and bite-sized. Yes. That's oh yeah, it's 9 AM for me. Yeah. Oh, 20th anniversary of Mastermind and Mirage. That's cool. Let's see. Although I haven't seen any of the movies other than the ones I've reviewed. Aside from Zoroark, I saw the Zoroark one and I never reviewed it because I love Zoroark. In France. Favorite grandfather. That's it. Yep. For the Japanese and the Nazis in France. Yeah. Jock. Was his nickname Jock because he was Scottish? I heard that could be common, but yes. Okay, this is Ball Pit. Let's see. Deck of Haunts. Haunted house stopping paranormal investigators. You can either drive them. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, well, hold on. Yeah, I'll take a look and see. But I love this one because it's got this kind of 3D pixel art, which I really like. Yeah. And what's cool is that you gather resources by doing a kind of breakout thing. What happens is that when you hit things with the when you hit things with your character, that's when it gathers things. Hold on, I'll put it about here. Now this is very late game, so don't get overwhelmed by it. they onboard you very nicely, so yeah. So every time it hits something, then it creates a resource for you. This is not the main gameplay loop. This is just look at them go. Except now everything's been taken up, so it doesn't really work as well. So what happens is that you upgrade your buildings, and then you build them by having them bump up against it as well. I feel like this wasn't a very efficient harvest, but at the very least I was able to get some wood and some harvesting from wood and wheat. Dang it, and a bit of coin as well. Okay, now there was a way to like check what can be upgraded here, which is where's the there it is. Show upgradable. It's tab. There we go. Okay, hold. Yeah, so we can. That's rearranging. I don't think. I'm sure there was some that's like that can be upgraded. Let's see. But yeah. Oh, that's caps lock. My bad. There we go. These are all the stuff that can be upgraded. So, but none of them are able to be upgraded because I don't have enough resources. All right, let's just do that. Let's just do a run. Okay. Okay, so there's all these different characters with different abilities. This one, it lobs balls into the air at the target position. They don't start bouncing until they reach the ground. That's kind of cool, but okay, let's just do a simple one to start off with though. Scattered A, but shoots twice as fast. Sounds good. Do I want to do a second character that's unlocked later on? I think that might be good. Let's do a second character and make it so that what was it? Let's see. Balls are affected by gravity pulling towards the back of the screen. Chooses upgrades automatically. Balls no longer deal direct hit damage. That's I think. Or marked by countless battles. Let's see. Balls always pierce the enemy until they hit a wall. That sounds good. So now we got those two. We got burn and poison. Now I've done everything except for the vast void. So let's try, well, I mean, like this. I'm on the last level, and they're going to do a brand new. DLC coming out soon, so I want to be able to finish it. So let's go for it. You go all the way down. And there it is. So there, we select an upgrade. This is all stuff for this is all late game stuff, but these are your balls have different powers depending on it, and you can like fuse them together. This is a good one. It explodes into 2 to 4 baby balls. And then another upgrade, then you can have like a passive upgrade here, like all baby balls deal 20% more damage. And there we go. Already we're doing great. Wow. And as you can see, like at the moment, it's kind of pure chaos, but at the same time, there's just enough strategy to make it interesting. I do like how the you can aim where things go. See, you've got the poison ball, the fireball, and the bouncy ball there. It's kind of a weird breakout thing. I do like how the health bar is. There's the level up. And this is where the Vampire Survivors thing comes in. And then you can choose an upgrade, or you can either choose a new ball, or you can upgrade your current ball to make it a bit more powerful. Destroy the 2 nearest enemies when you're hit from close range. Or I can upgrade the war horn here, or I can get a new ball, which is always a good idea, but you got to try and find ways that it can be combined. Playing Final Fantasy IV, that's cool. Is it the Pixel remaster or the DS remake? Wait, is it Final Fantasy? Yeah, Final Fantasy IV is the one where they have a DS remake. Deals 3 damage but destroys itself upon hitting an enemy. Has a chance to... Oh yes, this one synergizes with the nest ball so that it can actually make more baby balls. So like you can synergize with lots of it so that you have an absolute screen-filling build. But you will not believe, like, you can have the most overpowered build and you can still be overwhelmed. Ah, yeah, but it's a Pixel remaster. Yeah. I wanted to, it's like, I like it's weird that they put the Pixel remaster onto the PSN, but not the but they never like ported the DS remake, because I'm interested in the DS remake. Okay, that one makes a leech, but I don't really want the leech. If I combine the bleed ball with the poison ball, you make the virus ball, and that's fun, isn't it? Bleed makes it so that when bleed puts a bleed marker onto an enemy, which makes them do extra damage while they're in that state. Don't know why this one's not. Okay, for some reason there we go, I got it. Yeah, you gotta watch out for stage hazards, and if you get close enough, this little exclamation point shows up, and if you stay there for too long, then they hurt you. Alright, so we up the balls that hit flaming enemies light on fire. Okay, that's pretty cool. And I've got a burning ball there, so yeah, that could be a nice synergy. But you have to be careful as you continue to move forward, because you have to make sure that all of the synergies work together. Otherwise, it's not that you're encouraged to make an overpowered build. It's that they do their best to make it so that you almost have to create an overpowered build in order to survive. Oh, fusion reactor. Can I make a fusion? Yes, burn. So if I make burn and poison. Hey, that's just burn poison. If you you can do fusions, but then you can do evolutions, which are also cool. But burning poison also seems to work pretty well. Let's see. You're on a JRPG, you too? Yes. I'm kind of going through the Final Fantasies as well. It seems weird because this year I'm seeing lots of sort of more Final Fantasy love than usual this year already. Seeing a few more things about a few more Final Fantasy retrospectives on the internet, and yeah, I'm actually playing through 10 again because 10 is it's not my favorite story, but it is my favorite vibe and, well, it's my favorite kind of chill vibe and battle system. It's definitely my favorite battle system out of all the Final Fantasies is 10. I just really like the strategy involved in it. I like how cool it looks. It just works really well. Okay, let's fill up the inventory there. 4 to 6, then Dragon Quest 1 to 3, then Golden Sun. Yeah, I'm playing through. It's I want to play the 7 remake because I really enjoyed the demo for Dragon Quest 7 remake, but I want to wait for the price to go down a little bit, or for it to go on sale. So I'm replaying 11 because I beat the credits in 11, but I mean I rolled credits on 11, but I never beat the post game, which is if you know Dragon Quest, that's always actually half the game. They say oh no, you've beaten the game when you get the credits. No, when you get the credits, no. That is always, in most Dragon Quest games, that is half the game. If you've gotten to the credits, there's always a post game which adds insane amounts of story to the story of it. Final Fantasy 2. Oh, I was going. Gem Spring. An increasing amount of XP gems. That could be good. I think I'll upgrade. I need to start upgrading the balls though, so we'll go for the bleed. Because bleed is really useful. It gives you a lot. Okay, fission. This randomizes some upgrades to your layout. No. I know there's a word for it. Loadout. Yes, that's the one. Let's see. I like the idea behind 2. I like the I played a tiny bit of 2 when I got the when they did ports of it to mobile. I tried a bit of 2. I do like the kind of conspiratorial thing. It's got that kind of political vibe that Final Fantasy 16 had. Balls deal 20% bonus damage until they hit a wall. Oh, that could be good. Dang it. So just make sure to point the trajectory straight ahead, because if they hit a ball, they don't get the bonus damage. But yeah, that seems to be doing really well. Everything's really well designed too. Looks really cool. But I don't think I've beaten the final boss of this game, of this particular level. I don't know if it's I don't know if Final Fantasy 2 is better than. Oh, sorry, I misread the chat there. I thought it said Final Fantasy 2 was better than 9. I'm like, I don't know, man. 9's pretty darn good, but yeah, I get that's not what you meant. Let's see. Slow down enemies in the same column as you. Spawn a golden bull. They also move up the field, so blocking and attacking enemies in their way. Let's just upgrade. It's hard to go wrong with upgrading, although you should have a good variety of stuff too, but you also need to make sure that it synchronizes. It's a very tight loop. I think, yeah. And was it as a bit of a secret as that, although I got to the very end of Final Fantasy IX, I never rolled credits on it. I got close enough that I could probably say that I rolled credits on it. I just got stuck on the final boss and then never happened. Weirdly, that also happened with Final Fantasy VII back in the day, but I did go back and actually roll credits on it for that later on. It's actually quite. I did that with Expedition 33 as well. Because with. Hold on a second. Broodmother, yes please. Get as many little balls going as possible. Like Expedition 33, I basically finished it, but I got overwhelmed by kind of the end game, all the end game stuff, but I was able to pick up what happened. I got the final twist. It is very, very sad. It is very French and very sad. That's one of the reasons why I liked Expedition 33, was because it reminded me so much of Final Fantasy IX. It very much felt like Expedition 33 was kind of like a love letter to 8 and 9, because it kind of combined the two together, except it's a bit more kind of high fantasy. Every time it hits a wall, it deals 30% extra damage, but with this one is that it deals 25 bonus damage until it hits a wall. So it does 25 and then it does a bonus. That could work, but let's just try and get everything up to max level first, so that I can start combining. I can start fusing the balls together. Boy, that sounds bad. Okay, we got a mini boss up ahead. This kind of eldritch angel. Looks like something out of Doom Eternal. Well, not quite, but yeah. Let's see. It's always weird when you accidentally become overpowered in an RPG. It's like with Pokemon, where my Charizard became way too powerful. Okay. There we go. Increase the fire rate. That's always a good idea. Jeez. See, this is why you need to basically make yourself overpowered, because otherwise things start to get overwhelming super quick. Come on, man. How many more does this need to go for? Come on. Oh, finally, good. I was able to beat the mini boss. Ah, man. The problem is that the balls have to reach maximum upgrade before you can fuse them together to create an evolution. Okay, balls go through enemies and deal 25% bonus damage until they hit the back of the field. That's pretty good, but there we go. Now all of them are at level 3, which is maximum level, which means that the next time I get an upgrade, then that means I'll be able to create a sort of evolution. I feel like evolution should be, well, yeah, because you can fuse them together, which just combines their attributes, but if you get two standard balls to level up, then hold on a second. Okay, Vampiric Sword, each kill heals you by 5, but each shot you take deals 2 damage to you. I've never had that work for me. After hitting the back of the field, otherwise damage is reduced by 20. Don't like that. Projectiles have 50% chance to reflect. That's cool. And slow down enemies. Well, I can do a free reroll. Let's take a look. Okay, yeah, we should probably upgrade a bit. Enemies explode on death. That's always a good shot. Okay. Ah, dang it. Oh, that one's not doing good. Come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go. Okay. Okay, we're doing okay. We're keeping them held back a bit. Suede real? Yes, suede is real. I don't know what you mean, Kalamick. I mean, but, sorry, call me cake? Kalamick, I don't know. Aw, hey Gimli. That sounds like a real grouch of a cat. Okay, there we go. Okay, shall we upgrade the pressure valve? Yeah, let's make the enemies explode extra hard. Alright. My goodness, didn't expect this to take so long. It's meant to be 15 to 30 minutes, and it's taking up to 30 minutes. Let's alright, there we go. Okay, we're getting there. But yeah, like I said, you can, when you accidentally overpower yourself by getting lost. I remember that happening a few times in my young life. Let's see. 30% bonus damage until we hit a wall. Oh, XCOM's ready, so we'll be able to do that when we're in our next break. Start naming you guys. Ah. Yep. Okay, there we go. Oh, there we go. There's the super upgrade. Need to use that to create a fusion. Yep, see? Evolution. Here we go. Can either make a leech, which adds lots of bleed, or we got a sacrifice, which inflicts 4 stacks of bleed and applies curse, which deal... that's pretty good. Spider Queen, which... okay, I can birth the next egg every time it hits an enemy. That can be absolutely bananas. So, okay, we'll go for the sacrifice, because we want to be able to do as much damage in as short amount of time. Yay. And then I'll see if I can do the Nest Queen after that. There we go. Darn it, they're getting so tanky. At least they're cursed, which means that if you hit them they do extra damage. And they're also bleeding, which means if you hit them they do extra damage. And even still, I'm only just barely holding on. This is the last level, so obviously it's meant to be kind of tricky. The problem is that this black hole prevents things from actually getting through, getting past. Come on. And this is the gems are experience points too, so unless you have a special ability that... Okay, now I can get a new ball. So that way you can just kind of keep upgrading. Okay. There we go. We're nearly at the second mini boss. Yep, 1 evolution. Get the Spider Queen. Gross. Not a fan of the idea of a Spider Queen, but I'll take what I can get. There we go. Freezing them is good too. Well, they all do good things, but it's just about how they synchronize. How they match up. Come on, man. Okay, there we go. Oh no, that's widening up. That makes things even harder. That's why it's good to be able to have a lot of different baby balls. Ah! It's a very large ball of they have a very large ball of their own. I'm gonna take my ball and go home. Okay. Oh, an earthquake, and I can synergize with that to make a blizzard. That could be really cool. Okay. An earthquake like causes AoE damage, which is really cool, and it would be very good with this large, incredibly large playing field. Come on, man! Oh, dang! Ow! 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 Come on! Come on! Come on! Come on! I'm just trying. Okay, there we go. Okay. We're doing good. What is it? Come on. There we go. Finally. Okay, hopefully I should be able to get another level up before the read gets too far down. Come on. Can't be too much left. Come on. Please. Okay, freeze or upgrade the Spider Queen. Yeah, we need as many baby balls as we can. Nobody laugh. What's it? Okay, then once this is done, we'll be able to... And now that XCOM's finished downloading, we'll do a bit more editing once this run is over. Oh no, he split into many. Luckily though, he only split into many smaller ones, so it's not too bad. Come on. Come on. Ow! Fair enough. Okay, fission. Nice. It's randomized between 1 and 5 levels. Hopefully that's enough though. Ah, jeez. Oh, I'm getting hurt. Oh, a blueprint. Get +1 bonus endurance. Can be upgraded infinitely. Dang. Okay, very good. Let's just keep going here. Okay. Upgrade the earthquake. I want to be able to get a fusion. Well, not a fusion, an evolution. But I don't think I'll be able to in time. Ah, no, come back! Ah, darn it. I'm able to do a fusion, but not an evolution. So, I guess I'll do a fission. Ah, only 2. It is very, Vampire Survivors, where it's like, you can tell that they've taken inspiration from gambling machines, but used it for, ostensibly as a power of good. It's very much like laser focused on getting certain receptors in my brain. Okay, there we go. Bring that over there. Can't be much more now. At the very least, it looks like I'm going to make it to the boss, which is pretty cool. There we go. Upgrade. Ah, yes. If we upgrade the Blizzard, that means that we'll be able to get 1 more super special upgrade. Hopefully enough that I'm able to get the final boss. It'd be weird if I rolled credits. I'm going a bit over time for my break. Luckily, that's what body doubling's good for, is that I actually care whether or not I'm going over time on my break. Well, that's not exactly fair, because like I always care. It's just, and I want to work. It's just that my brain stops me from doing it because it's chasing better highs, or at least like more simple highs. Okay, evolution. Oh, damn, I forgot what that was called. Glacier? I can't remember. Yeah, Glacier. That's right. Glacial spikes, yes please. Okay, luckily I still have a lot of health, so I can afford to take some hits. That's true. The sounds are surprisingly relaxing, and it's got some good music too. What's funny is that the enemies actually chant along with the music. I've turned the music all the way down, but yeah. Okay, charm, egg sac, earthquake, lightning. Charming the enemies, walk up the board and attack enemies. I'm getting too close to the boss for that to be useful, so we'll go for lightning, because that can really help things out. I'm just hoping I can get 1 more super upgrade. Yeah, like a lot of people's, like, yeah, sound design really is one of the absolute most important parts of any game. Because if a sound design's good, nearly anything else can be forgiven. Nice. Ow. Dang it. Was nice. Get out of here. Come on. Come on. Faster. Faster. Die. Die harder. Okay. There we go. Fine. The problem with it is these black holes keep sucking in the stuff. Okay. Okay, there we go. Come on, man. Hurry. There we go. Finally. That one was very tanky. At least we got the ice crystals kind of going up the screen, which helps out a little bit. Okay, we're nearing the boss. Yeah, it's that kind of weird sort of the balls kind of like hitting things. There we go. Look at that. Seems I've been able. Oh, okay. Now it's gotten so that everything's been maximum upgrade. So now I can just choose a bonus. Basically, it's saying, "Well, you're on your own. It's time to fight the boss." Come on. Like I said, I've never actually gotten to the boss, so I'm curious as to what's going to happen. Oh no, there's a black hole there. That's going to really put a damper on things. There's not even much point in getting XP at this point. So, okay, got a bit of wheat going on. A bit of rocks that can help me to upgrade my town afterwards. Oh boy, yep, here it comes. Final boss, what's it gonna be? It looks like an Ainu relic. Oh, not Ainu. Was it Ainu? I can't remember what the name of Jomon. Yeah, that's it. Looks like a Jomon relic from ancient Japan. Except the eyes are all there. Okay, hopefully with the amount of... Because I've basically got a few balls that split apart whenever they kill something, might mean that it'll upgrade exponentially. There we go. It's still not doing great, but I'm getting better than some. Thank you, got the attributes, that's nice. Let's just get some rocks. Come on, just a bit more. Oh. Okay, at least we got a nice health boost there. Okay, yeah, cool. Okay, we're back on track here. Darn it, there's a black hole up ahead, so that means that... Okay, there we go. Got a bit more of a health boost. Okay, it feels like we're getting closer now. Yeah, now it's starting to turn into a bit of a bullet hell, which is hard because I've got... I chose to have 2 characters rather than just one, so the hitbox is a bit bigger. Oh, come on, I was not expecting this to take this long. It's usually so bite-sized. Well. Come on, we must be getting so close. Ow, careful, don't get that. Some really nice choir involved here in the music here. Okay, there's lots of potions, so maybe I can afford to continue tanking these little guys. Oi. There we go. Come on, get, shoot, be gone. Ow. Ow. Okay. Hopefully we should get a few more ow potions soon. There we go, that's a bit better. Although at the same time, not doing so well in terms of that. Okay, there's a potion. That's good. Okay, a bit more. Okay, we're at like a third. Come on. I was not expecting this. Come on, you glorious kaleidoscope. Show me your colors. Okay, there we go. We're getting there. Haven't destroyed any of his eyes yet. Although we're switching to frost, it looks like. Yeah, they're slightly homing too. Watch out for that. Okay, we haven't hurt anybody there. Okay, and what's good is that we have a good 3. Oh no! Get back here. A bit more, please. There we go. See, sometimes you actually have to use strategies. You have to choose what to focus on. Come on, a bit more. Okay, we're at about halfway. Just need to hold out a little longer. What's that noise? Oh no, is there going to be is there a surprise coming? Because I'm hearing thumps. Gotta get hit by a celestial T-Rex, aren't we? I am still hearing thumbs. Come on, man. Come on, bit more. There we go, got it. Okay, get rid of this guy. Okay, we get... Oh, you see, yep, he's just kind of shifted to move around a little more. Why not? He's gone full Kirby Mad God here. Oh boy. Oh no, not fair. Okay. It's hard because you can't point behind you. Okay, there we go. Oh, good. You can shoot the fireballs. That's something. Okay. Okay, finally. Okay, I think we finally got rid of all of the annoying. Now we're down to just fighting him on his own. Okay. We should be doing okay here. Why is he taking so long, though? We might have to... Let's see. I keep forgetting I can pause, though, but it's kind of, unfortunately, one of those things where... Oh, no! But why, though? It's like I could pause it, but, like, it's just so close to the end of the... Ah! Help! I'm okay. No, 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 not good. Okay. I'm still alive. I'm still alive somehow. I need to go around. Should have been smarter. I feel very silly. No, 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 no. I feel very silly. Okay, do I get a bit of health here? No, I don't. Okay. Oh, man. Please don't. I'm on the last sliver of health, and it doesn't regenerate, so I'm very much just gonna... Hopefully the ice will help a little bit. Well, I mean, like, the ice crystals. There we go. That's a bit of a help. A little more, please. I just really need... can I just get one more potion, kindly? Please, sir. Just a crumb of potion. Just a tiny bit. Just a little. Okay, okay. Need to go around. Oh, geez. What are those? That's not fun. That's not fun at all. I can't think of any way to get around this. Hey, I managed to escape. No, 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 no. How am I? Okay. Oh no. Okay, wait. This could actually be a blessing in disguise, because they can drop health potions. Come on, I want to do some editing. I simply cannot do anything else but this at the moment. Especially not when it's... This is not what the boss... This is not what I was expecting to happen. It's okay. And if I die, I die. If he dies, he dies. You closed out? Hopefully it'll... hopefully that's not on my end. Everybody else let me know if things start to get... No! Oh, I can use the Necromancer's Tower to revive. Oh, it doesn't give me full health, but that's something. I can do it once. I forgot that I got that, I forgot that I got that upgrade. Oh, your cat closed out of your stream. That is cats for you. Okay, we're getting there. Okay. We're progressing here, though not doing that annoying sort of barrier that it was before. Oh, there it is again. Ah, curse you, barrier. Okay. We must be... Okay, we're getting so close. Honestly, this isn't the most exciting boss that they've got in the game. They've got lots of other ones. But yeah, I think this game is a bit too dangerous for me to put on again. We'll be fine. We'll be fine this once, but... Ah! Not again, darn it. No, I'm so close. Like I'm on the last bit of health. Give me a break here. Give me a break. No, thank you. I'm not a fan. Hi Daniel, we're just finishing off this run in Ball Pit, and then we're getting right back to work. Let's see. Ball Pit is a very fun game, and you might see me beat the entire thing, but the problem is that I have 0 health. I just need to try and beat this sort of what should we call it? Bullet hell section. Even though I am the bullet hell, it's what's called bullet heaven, where you kind of make your own sort of like oh, it's still going. Okay, there we go. Bit more, please. Oh, there we go. Bit more. Come on, come on. Oh, geez, I hate those ones. Those are the worst of all of them. And he's so close to the... Okay. There we go. 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 Okay, we're close. It's very good design, the fact that I can nearly always tell which ones are my projectiles and which ones are their projectiles. I mean, you might not be because you're... Oh my gosh. Come on, just a little bit. There, finally. Vast Void. Void Trophy. Contain 1 damage for each character that you've completed the Vast Void on. Finally. But this was the last stage, so I'm curious as to what's going to happen now. Oh, hello? Oh, that's pretty. Oh no, are you okay there, you two? I hope I haven't lost them forever. Oh, I see. In order to get like the next big secret, you have to... in order to get the next big secret, you have to go through with enough of them that you fill it up, that you fill the slots with the people. Pierces through forest, why not? Okay. You also get upgrades with that. Turn to base. I can see what they're trying to make me do there. Although I wonder... So now I need to beat it enough times. Let's see, so... Yeah, then what would the next one be? But, yeah, that's alright. Do that another time. So, yeah, that's Ball Pit. It's really cool, but it takes too long. Alright, we're back to editing. Let's do this now. Alright.
Teller uses an insult that's changed its meaning a bit with time.
Oh, we're nearly there.
Before standing over Marina and flexing, is Poke...
Okay, we'll do a full hour before we go into before we play some XCOM. Yeah. So let's see if we can get this done.
That is dark, but it certainly ups the stakes.
Okay, there we go. Nani.
That is dark.
Okay, and so push. Let's make it a bit less. Make sure I'm not too serious. Where's the... There's the ditto. Okay, bring it down, and then...
Playing a child is about to get beaten up. That is dark, but it certainly ups the stakes. Luckily, the Poke Gear apparently has spyware installed so that you can pinpoint the IP address of the last call without the recipient's permission.
If we check the call log subsettings, we should be able to pinpoint Marina's location.
No way that could ever be abused.
There we go, put that there. Zoom it in, bring it down. Then a swayed push, and then a swayed push to the right. There we go.
No way that could ever be abused. No, sir. Speaking of abuse,
I feel like that'd be...
that could ever be abused.
I think that would be a little bit more dynamic if I just add the cringe at the end. That's the cringe face. I always add cringe automatically. Okay. There we go. Yep, that works better. Okay, bring that down. Right, there we go.
Sir. Speaking of abuse, thankfully even these lillipup-eating mega rockets wouldn't stoop to such levels, and Marina is merely tied up. Whew. But yes, they're trying the lightning lure once again, as third time's the charm, I guess. So they do what must always happen in a mediocre fantasy action story, and unleash the sky beam.
A very early version of a sky beam.
Honestly, they didn't even need to make up the whole tracing the Poke...
No, it should be the, explain. There we go.
Sky beam. Honestly, they didn't even need to make up the whole tracing the Poke Gear signal. Just look out for the... Even need to make up the whole trick.
Okay, then screen resign I think would be the one to do it. There you are. Put that in there. Grab those, bring it down. Swayed push and swayed push right. There you go.
Honestly, they didn't even need to make up the whole tracing the Pokegear signal. Just look out for the purple clouds. Luckily, the twerps and Eugene are already en route in his fuel-efficient BMW, so they show up and...
I love his sensible
"Wow, man,
car."
that was amazing. Let her go, you brutes, you brutes, you absolute brutes. Chill, Vincent. I get the situation, but he basically has a tank, and you're about as intimidating as a wet Michael Cera. So Eugene puts
I don't know why, but I really like that insult. As intimidating as a wet Michael Cera.
together that Raiko must have escaped, and Vincent continues to be...
That's it. Probably quizzical would be the best one there.
escaped, and Vincent continues to be...
Okay, sighing. Best one. That one. Yep. And breathe out. Let's go for cringe. There we go. So that's all of them. Then we do that. Bring it down. I need to look up what the keyboard shortcut is for different favorite transitions. I need to yeah, I need to have like a custom keyboard so that I can have macros equipped. It'd be much simpler.
Vincent continues to be... just the worst.
Man walks into a bar and says, "Ow, brilliant."
Vincent continues to be... just the worst.
That's like two peanuts walk into a bar. One was assaulted. Ah ha ha. Sorry.
Raikou got away?
I apologize.
You losers!
Vincent, Ixnay on the Ithwish Day. No one threatens my lady love and lives. I'll pound him with my lily white forearm, see if I don't.
Let Marina go, and forget about Raikou, because there's no way it will fall into your trap a second time.
Third time. What? It fell for it twice before. These are your rescuers, girl? An amnesiac, a willowy simp, and a Vegas magician in a well-upholstered urban vehicle that got buried in rocks last time? Okay.
Darn it! That pause was a little bit too long. Needs to be slightly snappier, I think, in order for it to hit a bit better.
Got buried in rocks last time?
Yeah, I think it needs to overlap slightly. Let's take a look. Let's bring that down and bring it over a little bit.
Got buried in rocks last time?
Yep, that's pretty good. Bring that over.
Okay, I'm being mean. Jimmy isn't that forgetful.
Let's see, what was the, there was one where I'm just kind of being... No, probably the smarm would work best for that one. There we go.
Okay, I'm being mean. Jimmy
Actually, I should probably bring that a bit closer. There we go.
Okay, I'm being mean. Jimmy isn't that forgetful.
Did I say Jimmy? Well, that is Jimmy, right?
Okay, I'm being mean. Jimmy isn't...
Yeah, it is Jimmy. Cool. I was worried that... Yep, yeah, well, obviously your chats are showing up because, yeah, I got your joke where a man walks into a bar and says, "Ow." And then I said, like, then I went with the two peanuts joke as well.
Okay, I'm being mean. Jimmy isn't
Well, yeah, yours is definitely showing up with the test.
that
Yeah.
forgetful.
What? That was very loud. Oh, that's right. I actually wanted to interrupt it a little bit, so we'll have it overlap slightly.
That forgetful. Jimmy isn't that forgetful. Okay, I'm being mean. Mean.
So, yeah, put that there, that'll work. Switch and switch.
Jimmy
There we go.
isn't that forgetful.
That's a bit too loud. I don't know why. Which I guess it was loud in the actual show too, because like I make sure to dampen the noise a little bit. Let's bring that down a little bit. So, dang, that's a very harsh noise. Bring it down a bit more to about like 6. There we go.
What is that?
Well,
Okay, bring that down just a bit too, so that it doesn't feel quite. And then just give it a little, where's the word? Little cross dissolve there, just so that it doesn't feel quite so jarring.
What is that?
Well, never freaking mind, I...
Okay, there we go. Oh, chat's auto-censoring a word. Oh, okay, that can happen sometimes. But, yeah. I'm not as anti-censorship as a lot of people, but at the same time, I do feel like YouTube is being very unreasonable for a lot of this stuff, especially censoring words that could be very useful in teaching people about how bad they are. It's like, I know there's like some people will use it badly, but that's what moderation is for. I think you have enough money for a ton of moderators. But, yeah.
Well, never freaking mind, I guess. So Raiko is actually kind of smart by staying out of range of...
Like talking about stuff like self-harm, or like the worst kind of self-harm, if you know what I mean. That's really important to talk about, and it's really important to have educational videos on the subject, but it's really weird that they have to dance around it when it should be incredibly obvious that they're using it in the correct way.
possibly hitting the rockets, but also really dumb because it still doesn't realize that the main purpose of the crystal is to get shocked, and that innocent collateral might also occur. Speaking of which, Eugene continues to act like Clayface from Harley Quinn,
But I'm afraid that's the bad news as well.
while Vincent continues to do a spot-on impression of a freaking annoying...
Okay, and I'll do a bit of do some over-the-top anger here.
Vincent continues to do a spot-on impression of a... Vincent continues to do a spot-on impression of a...
Yeah. Like I said, obviously I don't want people to say slurs or anything like that, but it's like I want there to be like moderation, and I want like people to feel safe on my stream, but at the same time there's differences. Oh yes. Oh, that's what it, oh jeez. I don't get that that's what censors it. It is an item of clothing that happens to hold mammary glands. What's next? Are they going to censor shirt?
While Vincent continues to do a spot...
Like I said, I'm not one of those people who's like, oh, free speech. I mean, like, obviously I believe in free speech, but I'm not one of those people who's just kind of like, it's just words, bro. I understand that words can hurt and words have meaning, but no. That item of clothing is not going to hurt anybody. Yeah.
An impression of a freaking annoying character. Sure.
We're right in the line of fire! I'm scared. I'm gonna run away.
But then Marina does the bit.
Okay, I want to. This is such a thing that only I care about, but I need to make it so that it's the same size as the. I need to make it so that it's a consistent size. I don't really like the jump cut. Let's see. Cropping, crop, left. There we go. Okay, so it's at about there. I'm sure there's probably an easier way to do this, but this is kind of the quick and dirty way. There we go. Bring that over there. Okay, now it's the same size. So now we won't notice. There we go.
I'm scared. I'm gonna run away.
But then Marina does the
Yep.
best voice acting of the special. Dang, that is a good scream. Luckily, Beedrill is able to save her by catching her in its poison barbs. Don't think about it. Then the rocket sends Skarmory after her, and she falls again with another excellent scream. Girl wants to be famous. She should go into horror movies. So Vincent is all, I'll save you, my queen. I offer my spine as tribute. It was an honor to be crippled by you, my lady.
Are you all right?
Well, my pelvis is shattered in about 6 places since Vincent has about as much padding as an ancient Chinese pillow. But I'm better now that...
I think a lot. 4-3 Pro ZD. Yep. Okay, I'm going to let's see. Yeah, I think most people would kind of get the joke from context, but just to be nice, I'll put in a picture of a ancient Chinese pillow. Let's see, ancient Chinese pillow. Let's see. Let's see, should it be that one or that one? I think this one's probably the best one. I wouldn't even call them pillows. Like, yeah, back in the day, like having a soft pillow was very much not a thing. I don't want to save the page. I want the actual picture, please. Where's the image? Thank you. Yeah, don't make me have to do I'm gonna have to. For some reason, it's a baked-in picture. I need to do the snipping tool. Where are you? There you go. Okay, there we go. Wait till you see this pillow. It's amazing. Save as. Bring that into the. Okay, pillow. Okay, then shoot that over with shoot that over to the bin. Well, that's what they're called. They're called bins rather than folders for some weird reason. Where is it? There it is. It's a bit grey. I might color correct that a little bit. Look at that pillow. That was an ancient Chinese pillow. It would kill you. Well, yeah. All right. Let me just change the lighting on that thing. There it is. Color wheels. No, that's not right. Highlights. There we go. Highlights. It's a different kind of highlights. Maybe change the saturation. There we go. That's nice. That way it doesn't blend in a bit. It doesn't blend in as much. This is actually like industry standard color grading. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, this DaVinci Resolve was basically built around the industry standard color grading system that they had. Because it was made by Blackmagic that usually do cameras. But, yeah. Tint? No. Contrast. Oh, contrast could work. Yep, that'll work. Cool. Bring it back. Then zoom it down. Give it a drop shadow like I always do. Then bring over here, give it a little angle just so that you know that it's an insert. Actually, I should probably do it that way because it'd be a better insert thing. Maybe zoom it down a wee bit. There we go. Okay. I mean, like, they use these as pillows, so there must be, like, it must be possible to sleep on them. It just doesn't feel like it should be possible.
Vincent has about as much padding as a...
Okay, then let's see. I think that's weight push will actually. Oh no, not quite. Should be a push right. There we go.
Vincent has about as much padding as an ancient Chinese pillow, but I'm better.
Okay, I'll get it to drop out in the next part. So bring that over there, and then just use the thing to push it down.
Is an ancient Chinese pillow, but I'm better now that you're here. I mean, I know that Vincent technically saved her through cartoon.
Let's see, probably the oh please. That I get so much mileage out of this oh please thing. Yeah, just need something to elevate the head and take a sleeping drug. It's true. I mean, I just don't know how you don't wake up with a. Just don't know how you don't wake up with a stiff neck from that thing. Oh yeah. No, I have heard all the horrible stuff that's happening from in Minnesota. Oh, not that this is meant to be an escape, so I won't mention it too much. But yeah, someone I know from the city. Well, I'm going to be doing some. I know someone from the city that I'm going to be doing some games with tomorrow, so hopefully I can help take their minds off it as well.
Hello, but I'm better now that you're here.
Luckily, it seems like, at the very least, public opinion is on the right side this time. People are saying that this is absolutely horrendous. So, and the right people are the horrendous ones in this case. So, that's at least a little bit hopeful. But, yeah.
I mean, I know that now that you're here. I mean, I know that Vincent technically.
But that's all I'll say on it, because, yeah, there's meant to be somewhat of an escape.
I mean, I know that Vincent technically saved her through cartoon logic, but.
There we go, bring that over there.
Here. I mean, I know that Vincent technically saved her through cartoon logic, but forgive me if I don't feel bad for the nice guy who makes it all about him when he isn't flailing like a Magikarp to about the same effect. It doesn't help that he's way too catty afterwards.
It seems it was I who broke your fall.
that was such a Steve Urkel. It seems that it was I who broke your fall.
And both my clavicles. To his credit, he does accept her owing him one and doesn't hold a grudge or mope around. So, the most minor of
Let's do a bit of cringe there. As per usual.
So, the most minor of props. Then Hun is all
Okay, I think it's quizzical to the side usually works. Yeah, I broke your fall. Yeah. I broke your fall. Did I do that? Okay. We never really got Family Matters in New Zealand. I only learned about it via the internet later on. So yeah, I didn't really get the Steve Urkel. Oh no, we did get Family Matters, but yeah, we just never watched it because that wasn't really a family favorite. We were a home improvement family. We were. We watched Home Improvement every single night. We did. Well, every weeknight. Well, not every single weeknight, but yeah, that was our sitcom of choice growing up. To me, Home Improvement was the night. It's like the aesthetic of Home Improvement is the 90s. If you watch one episode of Home Improvement, you're like, wow. I mean, like specifically white 90s. That is the most accurate kind of slice of 90s of white 90s American life. But yeah. One of the kids is learning a saxophone, for Pete's sake.
So the most minor of props. Then Hun is all team love triangle.
I did like how the youngest kid grew up to be the tallest in the entire family, though. That's weirdly relatable. I've seen that happen before.
I will not be part of such YA shenanigans. Steelix, they want tender romance? Tenderize them. And then Eugene is all stand aside! Here I come to save the oh come on again! At first I was annoyed Eugene.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. Home Improvement was Touchstone, wasn't it? Yeah, and Touchstone is a hidden Disney, a hidden Mickey.
At first I was annoyed Eugene wasn't able to get a spotlight, but now it's honestly come around to being hilarious.
Okay. Oh yeah, that should be good.
Come on again! At first I was annoyed Eugene wasn't able to get a spotlight, but
Then move down to this one. Yep, that'll work. Bring that down. Got that, and we got that.
come on again! At first I was annoyed Eugene wasn't able to get a spotlight, but now it's honestly come around to being hilarious. But yeah, Raiko has decided to stop being sensible and instead decided that child endangerment is only okay if he's doing it.
We can't protect you! You have to run!
Well, let's see. I didn't give a crap about your opinion last time, or the time before. Yep, still don't give a crap. Also, I know it's a teller from off screen, but it sounds like Raiko is...
Probably Smarm, I think. Smarm works best there.
Also, I know it's a teller from off screen, but it sounds like Raiko is channeling the Kool-Aid Man. I love Kool-Aid Man.
Man, I'm using so much. I'm using Oh Please so much. Here we go. There we go. "3D printers poop." Oh, I mean, like, yeah, they have the sort of like extra stuff afterwards, after they've finished 3D printing. I really should do some 3D printing. I mean, yeah, our local library has a 3D printer that you can book in for very cheap. I don't have the funds for a 3D printer.
From off screen, but it sounds like Raiko is channeling the Kool-Aid Man. I love it.
Oh yeah. Come to Papa. Huh? What?
Oh no, he came to Papa. Maybe insisting on using a mech that was shown to be torn apart by freaking poison sting wasn't the best prep for the god tiger.
Oh, you just got one. That's cool. So yeah, because I like figure painting, and like I like the idea of doing custom figures. I'm trying to think what else I wanted a 3D printer for. Like other than sort of custom figures, it would be like yeah, well yeah. Like I want to make my own custom PVC figures because they don't make any, like I don't know, like all of the figures that I'd want, they don't make them. Like, you know, Final Fantasy VIII figures, or like I think Final Fantasy IX figures for that matter. And they made those cool polygon figures for Final Fantasy VII, but they don't make polygon figures for like 8 or 9. I know that they'd be a bit more complicated, but like I feel like you could do that with a 3D printer.
Look, the mech budget was really stripped down this year. Apparently one team was just blowing it in a week.
A week? Raikou has
Interesting. Personalized tablets. I imagine like with 3D printers you can make some really cool kind of like fake rocks, and if you paint them properly they'd look indistinguishable from real ones, and they'd have cool sort of carvings on them.
A week? Raikou has figured out how...
Okay, I need to... that was cutting in too much. There we go.
Raikou has figured...
That's better.
Apparently one team was just blowing it in a week.
A week? Raikou has figured out how to disable that crystal's control unit.
Yes, Eugene, Raikou figured out that it needed to take out the control unit.
I think, yeah, that one.
Control unit.
Yes, Eugene, Raikou figured out that it needed to take out... Figured out that it needed...
Yeah, it's true. Jintu here, they did like having that sort of paper mache over chicken wire. Although Yusin's is pretty understated by comparison, but yeah. I just realized, I didn't realize until just now that, oh, it's so silly that I didn't realize it until now, but Marina's pigtails are exactly the same as Jimmy's foof. It's like there is the exact same shape, and that makes sense because they're representations of the male and female playable characters in the game. But I didn't realize that his foof is literally just her pigtails upside down. But yeah.
To disable that crystal's control unit.
Yes, Eugene, Raikou figured out that it needed to take out the control unit. No way.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't need a second expression there. Push, and then push right.
Figured out that it needed to take out the control unit. No way, it just thought, remove head or destroy brain, make thing no move. Ah, but they're actually addressing the issue of why Raikou came in close when it was doing so well from a distance. Always nice.
Alright,
When they smooth things out like that.
there we go, that'll work pretty well. It's getting a bit far away there, so I'll bring it in closer. Swipe push and push right. Oh yeah, that's right. The bushes in Super Mario Brothers are green clouds. Yeah. Although I don't think it was that was because of disk space. I don't think it was because of disk space that they flipped Marina's pigtails. I mean, like because the sprites don't reutilize the same assets for male and female characters
Always nice when they
in
smooth
the
things out like that.
games.
So what was the reason?
Why did it come in close when it didn't have to?
To save us.
I refer you to my earlier gag.
Child endangerment is...
Okay, I need to desaturate that a bit. Could probably add like a... dang it, I can't remember if there's like a sort of static filter. Let me just quickly check. I think there is, but I think that's only for the color palette. I think there is, but it might only be for the advanced edition. Let's see, deflicker, flame replacer, noise reduction. I don't want noise reduction. I want noise increasing. Yeah, forget it. Here we go. Stylize, abstraction, no. Blanking fill, drop shadow, edge detect, emboss, mirrors, pencil sketch, prism blur. Scan lines could work. Yeah. Yeah, as long as I... You see, that's tilt shift is cool, but yeah, if I give it a vignette and some subtle scan lines, which those are not. Where's the scan lines? There we go. Composite type. No, not add. We want to subtract. No. Multiply. Overlay is probably. Is it? It was overlay before, right? Yeah. Okay, let's just do the global blend. There we go, and then just make the lines a bit less sharp. There we go. Bit more. There we go. Okay, maybe bring the frequency in a little bit. There we go.
Save us.
I referred.
There we go. And push, and then push right. That's right.
To save us.
I refer you to my earlier gag.
Child endangerment is only okay if he's doing it.
But I get it. Steelix was more of an immediate threat, and it didn't know Eugene was going to get hit by rocks or not. So Raiko learning to trust humans, Dao, etc.
Maybe what Raikou is actually doing is protecting anyone who it sees as its friend.
So it values life
Yep, that should be fine. Bring that
solely
over.
based on their proximity to their friend group. I get it's more
Bring in the O, please.
that anything that doesn't threaten others counts as his friend. So
That's cool. Bring that over. Push and push right. Yes,
he
please.
helps those in need, like a superhero. But the bigger head scratcher is more that the twerps are all right, go get him, Tiger! When that's literally all he's been doing. Did you notice that this entire battle contained zero helpful contribution from the twerps? Raiko was doing okay. He swooped in to rescue one, but if they had just booked at the instant Marina was rescued, it would have played out the exact same way. They're really Indiana Jonesing this conclusion so far.
Okay, there we go. Probably cringe would work. Let's see. Gotcha. Push and push right.
Really Indiana Jonesing this conclusion so far.
Curses! The same thing that happened the first 15 times happened again. But perhaps a 16th time.
But no, the worst has actually come to pass, as the crystal has hit maximum charge and upgraded to actively absorb electricity from its surrounding. It's too bad that there's no non-electric Pokemon that could meld the...
Here we go.
It's too bad that there's no non-electric Pokemon that could...
There we go.
It's too bad that there's no non-electric Pokemon that could meld...
Do the quizzical to the side. Should work.
the...
Just want to make sure that it really gets across that I am winking at the audience. Bring that down. There we go.
meld to actively absorb electricity from its surrounding. It's too bad that there's no non-electric Pokemon that could meld the metal encasing it. So with all this JRPG nonsense, Raikou appears to be trapped. Oh man, if it turns into Shadow Raikou, I'm willing to forgive so much right now.
There's only gonna be one legend born today!
Yeah, the legend of 3 great Pokemon trainers!
That's right, come on over here, Eugene! Come on, girl, why you gotta be like that? So they finally think to use non-electric types, but fire isn't enough. So they plan to hit it with a non-standard Tri-Beam, and then Eugene is all...
I'm afraid that won't work. You see, you can't explode the field. The blast would be so powerful, it would destroy even Raikou.
How did you know that? All that matters is that if you break the barrier, it will kill Raikou. So what's the solution? We break the barrier! I'm on board so far! But then we drag a massive tiger out of the blast zone in time! Isn't Raikou like one of the fastest mons in the world, though? Snatch and run! Snatch and run! Yep, that's the play.
Okay, that one actually worked out pretty well. I'm proud of that.
Flip a coin, see if we all die. Why not? I like Vincent's delivery here, though.
Hey, we're an all-or-nothing team, too!
No way. I guess now we're some kind of Suicide Squad, who'd have thunk? And I guess it shows how messed up it's gotten with the algorithms that 4Kids, freaking 4Kids, is allowed to basically say the same thing.
You want to go on a suicide mission? Be my guest.
But then,
Yep, they can say it, but they can say it, but YouTube can't.
Suicide Squad, who'd have thunk? And I guess it shows how messed up it's gotten with the algorithm.
So,
And I guess it shows how messed up it's gotten with the algorithms that 4Kids.
there we go. Break the barrier, he'll die. So what do? We break the barrier. We just make sure that he gets out of the way in time. Break the barrier a bit harder.
Freaking 4Kids is allowed. Freaking 4Kids. Is allowed to basically say the same thing.
Okay, bring that down. Push and then push right.
Who'd have
Okay.
thunk? And I guess it shows how messed up it's gotten with the algorithms that 4Kids, freaking 4Kids, is allowed to basically say the same thing.
You want to go on a suicide mission? Be my guest.
But then, yay, finally!
I've been on the
I'll do a bit of a zoom in for extra dramatic effect.
Suicide.
Okay. About there, yep. Zoom in, make sure it goes to about there, I'd say. There we go.
Go on a suicide mission. Be my guest.
Cool. I'll just quickly check that
How
again.
did you know that? All that matters is that if you break the barrier, it will kill Raikou.
So what's the solution?
We break the barrier!
I'm on board so far.
But then we drag a massive tiger out of the blast zone in time! Isn't Raikou like one of the fastest mons in the world, though?
Snatch and run! Snatch and run!
Yep, that's the play. Flip a coin, see if we all die. Why not? I like Vincent's delivery here, though.
Hey, we're an all-or-nothing team, too!
No way. I guess now we're some kind of suicide squad. Who'd have thunk? And I guess it shows how messed up it's gotten with the algorithms that 4Kids, freaking 4Kids, is allowed to basically say the same thing.
You want to go on a suicide mission? Be my guest.
But then, yay, finally!
I've been on the sidelines long enough.
Here I come to save the day! And in case you thought I was joking when I insinuated that the 3 legendary...
Okay.
And in case you thought I was joking when I insinuated that...
So there we go.
And in case you thought I was joking when I insinuated that the 3 legendary trainers were Jimmy, Marina, and Eugene, here's Vincent using light screen.
There we go. Bring it down, bring it up. Okay. Push and push right.
And in case you thought I was joking when I insinuated that the 3 legendary trainers were Jimmy, Marina, and Eugene, here's Vincent using light screen as an offensive move.
Meganium! Light screen!
But credit once again where it is due. We have a decently hectic yet coherent battle run, and draining the force field means Raikou might be conscious enough to get away.
That will give the other Pokemon time to get away.
Channeling some Captain Kirk.
It's a Smarm, I think. Where are you? There it is.
There, Mr. Green. But I will say I'm impressed that Hun actually does what I'm conscious enough to get away.
That will give the other Pokemon time to get away.
Channeling some Captain Kirk there, Mr. Green. But I will say I'm impressed that Hun actually does what I'm shocked the evil teams don't do more often. Actually attack the trainers directly.
Now what to do? Protect your trainers or continue to try to save Raikou?
That's actually a decent dilemma. How will they get around it?
Okay. Bring that over. Kind of the last bit of drudge here, because there's not really anything creative to put it at the moment. It's just getting it done.
Dilemma. How will they get around it?
Get away.
Stay there, Typhlosion! Don't worry about us!
Ignore us. We consent to being in mortal peril. Okay. Well, that was easy. So then Jimmy.
I don't think I actually need that. Well, that was easy. I think that labored the joke a bit. I think we'll just leave it there. Okay.
Being in mortal peril. Okay. So then Jimmy thwarts the Steelix with a modified light Yagami gambit.
Crunch attack? Huh, that's a joke! I bet you couldn't even crunch a potato chip!
And Steelix, I guess, gets a Disney villain death by falling in what must feel like lava to it. And whoop, never mind. I guess it was just standard Disney death. Dang, this Steelix has more villain chemistry.
Bring that over.
Dang, this Steelix has more villain chemistry with the twerps than Team Rocket itself, I swear.
That ditto face, I didn't think I'd ever use that ditto face, but for some reason it just works with the right situation. Okay.
So with Hun giving the motto of Studio Mapper.
Now it's crunch time!
Guys, get out of the way or you'll be crushed!
How do you mean crunched? Seriously? But yes, the twerps stand ready to hold Steelix back for all of 2 nanoseconds. Before it plows through their fleshy pink meat sacks. Look.
Yeah, there we go. So push right. Hang on, that seems like it. Why didn't those work? Hold on. There it is. There we go. Let's just split
Hold
it over.
Steelix
Yeah.
back for all of 2 nanoseconds before it plows through their fleshy pink meat sacks. Luckily, the gesture is enough to squirt just enough adrenaline into Raiko's veins.
I'm afraid to say.
No, there was a bit of a tag along there. Let's get rid of that. About there. There we go.
I'm afraid to.
Might actually give it a little bit more.
I'm afraid to
That's better.
say it, Hun, but maybe the ultimate system has just met the ultimate Pokemon.
Well, if it became the ultimate life form, I guess it really did get turned into Shadow Raikou.
Okay, so I'll go for.
Well, if it became the ultimate life form, I guess it really did get turned into life form. I guess it really did. Well, if it became the ultimate life form,
Okay, put that there. Where's the ditto? There you are.
I guess it really did get turned into Shadow Raikou.
There we go. Maybe this one.
Oof, that's a nerd reference and a half. But
Okay. I'm sure most people in my audience got that one though. The ultimate life form can only be referred to. Can only be Mewtwo or Shadow. But it's really
oof,
it's usually
that's a nerd
Shadow.
reference and a half. But yeah.
Oh hey B, how you doing? It's been pretty good. Like I said, my resolution is to start being a bit more transparent and try to actually like work around the ADHD a bit more, and body doubling seems to actually be working. I've been trying for 2 years to finally get things done at a better pace, and this seems to be working pretty well. It just means being unbelievably vulnerable and showing everybody my editing process.
Yay, the villains are routed and the twerps are all. Yeah, take that, you big meanies. Oh yeah, the Doomsday Machine.
Hang on, did I put the transitions in there? Yeah, I did.
Oof,
Okay, there we go.
reference and a half. But yay, the villains are routed and the twerps are all. Yeah, take that, you.
That's a little clunky. Might shrink that down just a tiny little bit. Just the tiniest little itty bitty bit.
Yeah.
Bring that in a little closer. Oh, dang it. Need to do both. There we go. A little closer, and maybe a little bit more on this side too. Just felt just a little too much. There we go.
Yeah, twerps are all. Yeah, take that, you big
That's better.
meanies. Oh yeah, the Doomsday Machine.
There was also a bit of a pause there too, so I'll just quickly shrink that down a little. There we go.
Oh yeah, the Doomsday Machine. I feel like destroying a black hole crystal would cause more than a medium-sized bonfire, but okay, I guess Raiko absorbed its power.
Okay, let's just do the globe there.
Rendering it inert.
The gems are inert. It's funny how you can hear about memes but not actually know the full context of it. Because I know about the balls are inert, but that was like... That was from a reference from another meme, from another reference. It's one of those things where it's like you can't afford to go down the rabbit hole.
Bonfire, but okay, I guess Raiko absorbed its power, rendering it inert.
I'm never gonna forget Raikou. Not ever. Hey, Raikou! Goodbye, my friend!
You only need to yell it once, you know. Oh, like you can lecture me on being extra. Thoughts? Oh.
Alright, need to get the thoughts title. There it is. Well, actually, no, it's this one. Okay. Was this a longer one than usual? It's a bit longer than the last one, but it's nowhere near as long as the first one. Yeah, okay. There it is. So yeah, once it reaches the top of the hour, we'll do some XCOM and start naming some characters after people. But that shouldn't be as distracting as the last game. Okay.
Thoughts? Oh.
Bring that over.
Thoughts? Oh. It's over. Just like that. No sunset. No wrapping up the characters. No. Oh, thoughts. Oh,
That's it. Let's try this one. Okay.
It's over. Just like that.
There we go.
Just like that. No.
Okay, now it's annoying because I have to bring in the music. It is tradition. Where is it? I took it I took all of the background stuff from one relaxing Pokemon music, although there was one in particular that I got it for. That was this one. New Barktown, I think it is. Okay. There we go. And put that over there. I chose that because of, well, I hear he's kind of fallen from grace, but Your Movie Sucks did this really cool, like, sort of, this music cue that he always put on when he was describing what was when he kind of summing up his thoughts, and so I wanted a similar thing, but from Pokemon, and this is the closest I could find. Pupel of Chimney Town got a film release? Oh, okay. I might have heard of that vaguely, but yeah. Oh, cool. It's for YouTube. It's free with ads. That's cool. That means people with YouTube Premium can get it for free. Yay! Well, it's not for free. It's you pay for YouTube Premium. Yeah, I do pay for YouTube Premium, but that's just because I hate ads that much. And also because if you get YouTube Premium, yes, you are paying money to YouTube, which sucks, but that means that it's money that they are not getting from advertisers. I would rather they be beheld to I would rather that they are beholden to the actual users of the site than to advertisers, which is why I do YouTube Premium. And also I just hate ads that much.
Just like that. No sunset, no wrapping up.
Oh dang, it's one further down. There it is.
No sunset, no wrapping up the characters, no explaining Eugene's whole deal, no bidding farewell to his modest yet elegant suburban vehicle, no closure on the powerhouse that was Kudo, just a bad echo.
Oh dang it, I forgot that I need to shrink that down. About there, I'd say. Should probably crop the top a bit because that thing's there. What? Okay, that's a bit weird. Why is okay? Why'd the top go like that? That's weird. old suit. That's weird.
A house that was.
Well, I'll quickly hit over here and see if there's a way to. Yeah, probably need to add an extra. There we go. Just cut that up. There we go. Maybe a little more off the top. Down the side there. There we go. Cool. Bring that back. Makes sense. It feels strange. Yeah, services prefer you not to get a subscription to watch ads, which makes the whole paid service thing feel unnecessary. It's true. Alright.
Kudo? Just a bad. Was Kudo just a bad echo effect? A mediocre.
Okay, let's see. There it is. I am frustrated.
No, just a bad echo effect, a mediocre voiceover, and a cut to credits while
So, okay, there we go. Okay, now we're on to thoughts, which is pretty amazing. We might actually be getting things done here. So push, that's right, push right. Except I need to make sure that that goes out at the same time.
no, just a
Oh, wrong way. Should be just wait, push, bring it over there. Got it.
was Kudo just a bad echo effect, a mediocre voiceover, and a cut to
Yeah, fit please. There we go.
credits? Well, screw you too then. Okay, again, this was more engaging than the previous. Was Kudo just a bad echo effect, a mediocre voiceover, and a cut to credits? Well, screw you too then. Okay, again, this was more engaging than the previous two parts, and they did do a good job of escalating the action at least, and it was good to actually see Raiko get a spotlight after
I'll put the rest of the music on after we're done there.
Suicune seem to hog all of it in their movies, but being slightly better at the end doesn't make it good overall.
So, I think probably just a glib expenditure.
But being slightly better at the end.
Then it's kind of the board one, I think, would probably be the best one. There we go. This way, push, and the push right. There we go. Move
Doesn't
along.
make it good overall, unfortunately. The issue of the last episode continues onto this one, with weirdly superfluous characters just crowding out any kind of cohesive group dynamic. Yes, I need to talk about Vincent. I know he was technically introduced in the first episode and appeared in the previous one, but we only saw the full horror of his character.
Let's see. Oh, yep. Cringe will work there. Yep.
But we only saw the full horror of his character in this one.
Okay. There we go.
It's all so hopeless! I'll never see her again! Whoa, you're right!
I know he had one of the few decent jokes at the beginning, but they could have pulled it off just as easily with Jimmy flying off the handle and comedically not listening to reason. Heck, then Eugene could have gone, "Boy, you really care about that girl, huh?" And then they could have gotten a classic Babaka out of him. Vincent was just the worst kind of unnecessary comic relief, an unlikable drip of a quote-unquote nice guy, and he actively made every scene he was in either worse or denser than it needed to be. As I said last time, he isn't even based on a play. As I said last time, he isn't even based on a player design. They just gave him...
Right, bring that over. Not too much
As I
further.
said last time, he isn't even based on a player design. They just gave him a weirdly generic background character look, and he could have been cut entirely with no issues. Same with Kudo. You remember Kudo? Same with Kudo.
Let's do kind of a frustration Sweet drop, I think, will work best there. There we go.
With no issues. Same with Kudo. You remember Kudo? He had...
No one remembers Kudo. The beta version of Chef Guy, yeah. At least Silent had those weird eyes that like set him apart as the weird eye member of the group.
Entirely with no issues. Same with Kudo. You remember Kudo? He had a more interesting design than Vincent. They hinted at a history with him and Eugene, but nope, he wasn't even a standard exposition dumper like the Harbor Lady from the first movie. He just
Okay, then we just need that should work, yep. Push it in, there we go.
But nope, he wasn't even a standard exposition dumper like the Harbor Lady from the first movie.
Okay, bring that in and oh wait, sorry, I double shadowed that. I want to bring it in so that it's more of a off to the side thing rather than a. There we go. Cool.
Dumper like the Harbor Lady from the first movie. He just facilitated. Harbor Lady from the first movie. He just facilitated.
There we go. Bring that over there, I'd say. Then I just need to shuffle to the side.
Wasn't even a standard.
Dap. Other side, please.
No, he wasn't even
Oh wait, no, not Diamond and Pearl. That was Black and White was Silent.
a standard exposition dumper like the Harbor Lady from the first movie. He just facilitated Eugene's exposition dump. Just hi, Eugene.
So let's see. That'll be push right here. Then push right up there. Make sure it matches up. Then I just need to make sure this get in position. Not position myself. Yep, that'll work. Then copy and paste those two. Paste attributes. Yep, cool.
Eugene? But nope, he wasn't even a standard exposition dumper like the Harbor Lady from the first movie. He just facilitated Eugene's exposition dump. Just, hi Eugene, why don't you tell them about Raiko's cultural history? Well, bye. And boy, Eugene... And boy, Eugene, there...
So there we go, put that over there. Yeah. Iris is, yeah. It's one of those ones where you have to kind of like balance the fact that Iris is meant to be annoying, but it's up to the individual whether she's entertainingly annoying or just plain annoying. She's meant to be annoying and brash and over the top, but it's like, eh.
Well, bye. And boy, Eugene, there's some wasted potential if I've ever seen it. This was written by Tomioka-san, the king of callbacks. Eugene was a morally nebulous jerk with almost sinister motivations, ripe for fascinating conflicts surrounding a captive, abused, legendary Pokemon. But they just made him a bland, if humorously camp Uber driver with a penchant for getting battle blue ball. But I can't harp too much on
See about here.
this potential.
I think probably like screen resign will work there.
That's
Yep.
a lazy criticism, since literally any... That's a lazy criticism.
Hang on a second. I'll just quickly go AFK for a second, but it should be alright. Okay, I'm back. Alright. Wait, that's the game capture. That's not the AFK. Now I'm back. There we go. All right. Back to it.
Literally anything has the potential to be better, but it.
Okay.
But I can't harp too much on missed potential. That's a lazy criticism, since literally.
So, there we go.
Any.
Push right, and then regular push over this side.
But I can't harp too much on missed potential. That's a lazy criticism, since literally anything has the potential to be better. But even separating Eugene from his background and previous appearances, he still just doesn't add much other than being a better comic relief than Vincent through his Juilliard training. And to give it its due, the final battle really did have some good twists and felt organically messy while still easy to follow. So Tomioka-san was at least playing to his strengths in that regard. But it was too little too late. The Rockets just twirled their mustaches and spouted soft magic systems as the plot required it. Even taking it all as a whole, this was not impressive. The animation was functional, but the story was messy. The characters were more bad than good, and the locations especially were so uninspired. The entire third act takes place in a rock quarry. What is this, Super Sentai? So yeah, all 3 episodes and the special overall.
So, where is it? It was about here. Here we go. Sulking. Perfect.
Quarry. What is this, Super Sentai? So yeah, all 3 episodes and the special overall gets a poke. So yeah, all 3 episodes and episodes.
I think board would be the next one. There it is.
And the special overall gets a Pokeball.
There we go. Swade push and swade push right. And then we bring in the balls. Where is it? The Pokeball over here. Like that. Zoom it in a little, give it a bit of a drop shadow, then just use this, wait, it should be swade push right, I think.
Gets a Pokeball. The highest possible Pokeball, but I can't rate it higher. I'm sorry, Raiko, you deserved better. Trivia. Okay, there's a bit to get through.
Alright, we're on to the last league. See if we can make it. Okay. Trivia, where are you? There it is. We're on to the final dang it. We're on to the final stretch. So, copy, there we go. Okay, let me just make sure the music is fits over here. There it is. Bring it down over here.
Extra thoughts. Oh, it's over. Okay, again, this was more crowding out any kind of cohesive group dynamic. Yes, I need to.
Okay, bring that out of the way. Bring that over here.
It's all so hopeless! I'll never see her again! Whoa, you're right!
I know he had one of the few decent jokes at the beginning, but they could have pulled it off just as easily with Jimmy flying off the handle and comedically not listening to reason. Heck, then Eugene could have gone, "Boy, you really care about that girl, huh?" And then they could have gotten a classic Babaka out of him. Vincent was just... I know he had one of the few decent jokes.
Dang it! That doesn't quite work. It's not quite long enough. I'll have to cut it down a bit.
Never see her again! Oh, you're right!
I know he had one of the few...
That doesn't quite work. It's okay. I'll find a way to cut it in later.
It's all so hopeless! I'll never see her again! Whoa, you're right!
I know he had one of the few decent jokes at the beginning, but they could have pulled it off just as easily with Jimmy flying off the handle and comedically not listening to reason. Heck, then Eugene could have gone, "Boy, you really care about that girl, huh?" And then they could have gotten a classic Babaka out of him. Vincent was just the worst kind of unnecessary comic relief, an unlikable trip of a quote-unquote nice guy. You remember Kudo? He had a more interesting... Same with Kudo. You remember... But nope, he wasn't even a standard exposition dumper like the Harbor Lady from the first movie. He just... Hi, Eugene. Raiko's cultural...
There we go. That's where I can do a cut so that I can extend without having to do an awkward transition. There we go. About there. About there. over here.
Just, hi Eugene. Nope, he wasn't even a standard exposition dumper like the harbor lady from the first movie. He just facilitated Eugene's exposition dump. Just, hi Eugene. Just, hi Eugene. Why don't you tell them about Raiko's cultural history? Well, bye. Boy, Eugene, there's...
Yep. Thank you. Hopefully we might be able to finish it. Well, not early, but like might be able to get most of it done, which is good.
Too much on missed potential. That's a lazy criticism, since literally anything has the potential to be better. But even separating Eugene from his background and previous appearances, he still just doesn't add much other than being a better comic relief than Vincent through his Juilliard training. And to give it its due, the final battle really did have some good twists and felt organically messy while still easy to follow. So Tomioka-san was at least playing to his strengths in that regard. But it was too little too late. The Rockets just twirled their mustaches and spouted soft magic systems as the plot required it. Even taking it all as a whole, this was not impressive. The animation was functional, but the story was messy. The characters were more bad than good, and the locations especially were so uninspired. The entire third act takes place in a rock quarry. What is this, Super Sentai? So yeah, all 3 episodes and the special overall gets a Pokeball. The highest possible Pokeball, but I can't rate it higher. I'm sorry, Raiko, you deserved better. Trivia. Okay, there's a bit to get through here, but right off the bat I do need to mention that arguably the most annoying part...
My former Rena, she's gone!
The second most annoying part of the special was not present in the Japanese version. Yes, the original broadcast got an ending, and it's almost exactly the ending that I described above.
Check the message.
3 ad-ready US format episodes, 4 kids cut out 2.5 minutes of denouement. Now that doesn't sound like much, but...
Yes, and I got to use the word denouement, so I'm happy. Okay. Now we'll do the credits there. Oh, we'll do that over there.
Trivia. Okay, there's a bit to get through here, but right off the bat I do need to mention that arguably the most annoying part...
My former Rena, she's gone!
The second most annoying... Okay, there's...
There it is. Let me see. No, I think that's about it. All right.
Just to get through here, but right off the bat.
Back to the chippies. Okay.
I do need. Okay, there's a bit to get through here, but right off the bat, I do need to mention that arguably here, but right off the bat, I do need to mention that
Arguably should be off to the side.
Arguably the most annoying part.
My former.
The second most annoying.
Okay, let me just quickly get that suede right. There it is.
Part of the special was not present in the Japanese version. Yes, the original broad. The second most annoying part of the special was.
I'll do mild surprise. I know there's mild surprise. There it is.
Was not present in the Japanese version. Yes.
Okay, so suede push and then push right over here. Yep.
Japanese version. Yes, the original broadcast got an ending, and it's almost exactly the ending that I described above. To trim down the special into 3 ad-ready US format episodes.
Actually, it should be the angry explaining. There it is. Well, not angry, but frustrated explaining. Where is it? There it is.
I described above. To trim down the special into 3 ad-ready US format episodes, 4 kids cut out 2.5. To trim down.
And push right. There we go.
Down the special into 3 ad-ready US format episodes, 4 kids cut out 2.5 minutes of denouement. Now that doesn't sound like much.
The Doesn't sound like much. That should be like resigned to screen, I think. There it is.
Touch bit in it.
Then maybe a nice quizzical.
20-minute episode. That's a full tenth of the 10th. The full.
Full 10th. There we go. Down the nose. Gotcha. Kill. Kill. Alright. Push right. Yep. Feel like that was
Exactly the ending that I described above. To trim down the special into 3 ad-ready US format episodes, 4Kids cut out 2.5 minutes of denouement. Now that doesn't sound like much, but in a 20-minute episode, that's a full tenth of the runtime. In those 2.5 minutes, we see Kudo again. He explains that he needs to report all the to Professor Elm. Eugene gets a final word in. The twerps go their separate ways in a bittersweet manner, and we even get a bit of growth where we see Jimmy really is glad to get Marina's number for her new poke gear, which is sweeter than pretty much any other romantic beat in the entire special and whipped out in the last 30 seconds, which got cut. Oh, my one big gripe with the special.
there we go.
And it
And then a bit of frustration and anger. There it is. Push and the push right, coming over here, nearly done. We're gonna just get through the last bit of drudge work. We're really close. You can see how close we are.
seconds, which got cut.
Alright, let's go.
My one big gripe with the special, and it technically shouldn't exist. When stuff isn't needlessly cut, stuff is also needlessly added, such as when Eugene pontificates about why Raiko came to help. Here.
Why did it come in close when it didn't have to?
I know I stated that it was good that they addressed it,
That's the glib explain, yep.
but knowing that I know I stated that it was good that they addressed it, but knowing that it was an addition makes me realize that just but knowing that it was an addition makes me realize that just having Jimmy realize it was enough. I mean, it
There we go. Bring that down. You can tell I'm actually working because I'm not talking as much. Okay, there we go. Put that on there.
does kind of keep with Eugene just having Jimmy realize it was enough. I mean, it does kind of keep with Eugene's dramatic and verbose characters, so it's not too bad, but it's still weird they added that while taking away actually interesting beats. They also added the somewhat goofy banter with the Rockets when they were setting up the crystal for the 3rd time, but I'm guessing that was because it immediately followed that freaking disturbing shot of Attila towering over Marina, so they felt they needed to dial it back a bit. Oh, and I forgot to... But I'm guessing that was because it immediately followed that freaking disturbing shot of Attila towering over Marina, so they felt they...
There's a bit of a double S there. Let's see if I can cut that down a little. See if I can fix that. Either with a cross dissolve or with a just with a trim. Hold on. Let's try a trim first.
Towering over Marina, so they felt they needed to...
Yep, that works. Sometimes it's just that simple.
To dial it back a bit. Oh, and I forgot to mention earlier, but their Japanese names are Buson and Basho, which are references to...
So there's the explain. Not quite. It would be
to famous Japanese poets. Oh, and I forgot to mention earlier, but their Japanese names are Buson and Basho, which are references to... famous Japanese poets. There are way more cuts that you can...
okay. Bring that over there. Hopefully, I could just do a bit of B-roll there actually, because I think that flows a bit better. Okay, push.
references to famous Japanese poets. There are way more cuts that you can look through in Dogasu's exhaustive breakdown, which I will link in the description. But the last one, which are references to famous Japanese poets. There are way more cuts that you can look through in Dogasu's exhaustive breakdown, which I will link in the description. But the last one I'll point out is that the poke gear is a lot more present in the original, whereas in this version you barely see it at all. It seems weird until you realize that. But the last one I'll point out is that the poke gear is a lot more present in the original, whereas in this version you barely see it at all. It seems weird until you realize that the US broadcast wasn't during Gen 2 like the Japanese was. It was well into the Hoenn era, so I guess they didn't want to display gimmicks from previous gens too much. It's a shame, I like the poker gear.
Okay, it's a shame. I like the poker gear, which this should probably be quizzical. Don't want it to be too disappointed. There we go.
Gens too much. It's a shame, I like the poker gear. You should name them friggin' poker.
There we go.
At any rate. And then
This way, push, and then push right. We're getting closer and closer. Not much longer now.
that weirdly leads me to the last section of trivia, which is the surprisingly long legacy this special actually had within the main series. Firstly, there's the fact that Marina talks about Pokemon performances in a manner very similar to contests in the next two gens. Weirdly, it's actually quite likely that wasn't a coincidence.
Okay, there we go. This is kind of a fun thing where I put things off to the side. Well, I mean where I bring in the visual aids, which is always fun, although it is kind of annoying. Let's do the quizzical. Yep, bring it over.
Weirdly, it's actually quite likely that wasn't a coincidence. Work was already well underway on Hoenn at the time, both in terms of anime and games, to the point that concept art existed of May at the time the special would have been made. So,
So, yep, that should work.
in terms of anime and games, to the point that concept art existed of May at the time the special would have been made. So, unlike my jokes about foreshadowing Gigantamax, etc.,
So that's just a regular glib explain, I think. Yep.
this probably really was a cool hint for.
Mild surprise. Yep, yep. There we go. Cool. Bring that down. Bring this one down. And do push into push right, and then I'll do the whole. Need to shrink it down a bit. It's hard to. It's kind of hard to see that. It's probably better if I just crop it, just for clarity's sake. Yep, there we go. No, dang it, where is it? There it is. Cool. Oh, you're back, Michael Jackson. Was it? Now there's something that would be it's weird out of context, but yes. No, you're back, Michael. That's cool. All right. That is a cool. That is a cool design. All right. It's hard to make that those kind of floofy bits out the side look cool like that, but yep. All right. Let's see. Suede push about here.
Was already well underway on. Work was weirdly, it's actually quite like.
Copy and then paste attributes. There we go. That should be fine.
That wasn't a coincidence. Work was already well underway on.
I'll put it underneath. That works a bit better if I'm above it.
Hoenn at the time, both in terms of anime and game.
I do need to give it a drop shadow though.
To the point that concept art existed of May at the time the special would have been made. So unlike my jokes about foreshadowing Gigantamax, etc., this probably really was a cool hint for future mechanics. But speaking.
So push right over there, I believe.
But speaking of.
Not quite. Bring that over there and then do that. Perfect.
But speaking of future gens and episodes, you might wonder the reason why I suddenly veered off the journey road to look at the first 3 episodes of a side season that won't show up again in broadcast order for ages. Well, although I try to keep the retrospective going as much like how... I'd have seen it growing up, I can't ignore it when multiple characters from this special will show up quite soon.
That's it.
I can't ignore it when multiple characters from this special will show up quite soon. I just felt it would be more efficient to do it now so that there's a better base.
There we go, that'll work. We're just so close to the end. Let's see. Then I'll just upload it and put it onto Patreon. You know, we've done one of the earliest finished videos I've done in ages. Actually be up before the end of the month.
Will show up quite soon. I just felt it would be more efficient to do it now so that there's a better baseline. I won't spoil who's going to show up as major characters coming up, but I will mention that Marina in particular shows up in way more cameos than you'd expect. More than movie characters or even mainstays like Misty.
I don't think it's quite Misty, but yeah.
More than you'd expect. More than
close. It's just way more than you'd expect there.
More than movie characters or even mainstays like Misty. She has 3 cameos.
There we go.
In Diamond and Pearl, including one where we find out she really did become.
So,
including one where we find out she really did become a Poke Gear model in a sense. That's cute. Her and the rockets show up in movie 9.
okay.
And
That's
she
good.
also gets a fun
About here, I'd say. Yep.
little shot in Journeys along with Jimmy and
There we go. Sulk. There we go. Because nobody likes Vincent.
Vincent. At least
That's unless you're on Final Fantasy VII. Okay.
they got to meet up again. And
Oh wow, I'm at the end. Hooray! Okay. Okay, but not quite the end yet. There's still a few little bits and bobs. But yeah. So what we'll do, since I'm finishing somewhat early, is that we'll play a bit of since I'm finishing pretty close to it, what we'll do is we'll make sure that it's completely done and dusted, and then, like, because I went over the break time, we'll finish off with some games before we hit the top of the hour. I mean, like, it's technically the top of the hour now, but I just want to get this. I just want to finish this off. Let's go. Okay, so
Vincent. At least they got to meet up again. And so
yeah, I wonder why I forgot to put the thing on that thing. Copy, paste attributes. There we go. Okay, now first one is this one, so push in.
including one where
Oh no, push from the right, please. And then push from the right on there. There's a faster way to do this. Okay, push. I haven't seen the rest of Chronicles. No, I want to keep it. I want to keep it fresh in my mind. There we go. Oh, dang it! There is a way to do it. I just need to remember the shortcuts.
we find out she really. At least they got to meet up again. And so.
And there we go. And now we just need to adjust it so that it's off to the side in a nice, in an aesthetically pleasing manner. That arm, I cannot get over that arm.
Find out she really did become a Poke Gear model in a sense. That's cute. Her and the rocket.
Oh, I know about a couple of them. I know that we do get to see Misty again at some point, but I haven't gotten some of them. Yeah, maybe don't quite spoil it because I do want to eventually get onto it. It is the idea because it is technically still part of the original Pokemon anime. There we go. Then drop shadow, yes sir. And the last one is this one. Bring that one in. Okay. Adjust. Bring it over. Zoom it in a little. Maybe just a little bit. So there we go. Then put the drop shadow on it. Oh yes, I have heard of the Brock focused episode, the one where his mum comes back from the dead. And I don't know why they gave her such a generic design, but I guess that's kind of funny in its own way. Okay, so we want to make sure that I can be seen clearly when all three of them are placed down, so we'll move over to here. It's probably better if, let's see. Yep, that'll work all right. Then copy, paste the rest so that I don't have to readjust them for each individual thing.
Cameos than you'd expect. More than movie characters or even mainstays like Misty. She has 3 cameos in Diamond and Pearl, including one where we find out she really did become a Poke Gear model in a sense. That's cute. Her in the rocket shop.
Actually, it might be better if I can just make it so that it doesn't overlap me. I think I can still pull that off. Yep, there's one.
Poke Gear model in a sense. That's cute. Her in the rocket.
That's a trickier one. There we are. Not quite. I'll bring it over here. There we go.
Show up in movie 9, and she also gets.
Ah, wrong button. Poison. I can position. There we go. Perfect.
Some final shot in Journeys along with Jimmy and Vincent. At least they got to meet up again. And so.
Okay, now we just need to do the music for the last 2 sections, and then I just need to do the final viewing. Okay, so trivia, we need the music. Where's the music? Yoo-hoo, where are you? Music, music, music. There it is. That's the one. Because I do mention the Brock episode really early. I think it was even in the introduction to Brock episode. But yeah, okay, bring it down to footage. Relaxing. Here we go. Hello, there we go.
Trivia. Okay, there's a bit to get through here, but right off the bat, I do need to mention that arguably the most annoying part.
Okay, take that out of the way, cut that out so that it's not overlapping.
The second most annoying part of the special was not present in the Japanese version. Yes, the original broadcast got an ending, and it's almost exactly the ending that I described above. To trim down the special.
Okay, we got that. Then after this, we'll do the final viewing, which is going through it at 1.5 times speed and making sure that there aren't any like effects or animation errors.
Why did it come in close when it didn't have to?
I know I stated that it was good that they addressed it, but knowing that it was an addition makes me realize that just having Jimmy realize it was enough. I mean, it does kind of keep with Eugene's dramatic and
I wonder
verbose
if I can make that fit. Hold on. Is that about here? Yep, that's about right. Bring that over there. Then we will shuffle this all the way over there. Oh no, it's not quite long enough. It's the same as before. Ah, okay. We'll just have to see if there's a way that I can do a dramatic pause somewhere in the middle there. Let's take a look.
Why did it come in close when it didn't have to?
I know I stated that it was good that they addressed it, but knowing that it was an addition makes me realize that having Jimmy realize it was enough. I mean, it does kind of keep with Eugene's dramatic and verbose character, so it's not too bad, but still. But I'm guessing that was because it immediately followed that freaking disturbing shot of Attila towering over Marine. And I forgot to mention references to famous Japanese poets. But it was well into the whole match. It's a shame, I like it, right? And that weirdly leads... Firstly, there's the fact that Marina talks about Pokemon... Work was already well underway on...
Okay, that one's nearly done, so I'll bring that over here a bit more.
Hoenn at the time, both in terms of anime and games, to the point that...
The one band episode in Johto? I think I will. I mean, like I've reviewed all the other band ones, including the ones that are only in Japanese, like the Jotini episode. Oh, maybe don't review it. We'll see. It depends. We'll think about it when it comes up to the viewing order. I was able to handle like other band episodes.
Speaking of future gens and episodes, you might wonder the reason why I suddenly veered off the Journey road to look at the first 3 episodes of a side season that won't show up again in broadcast order for ages. Well, although I try to keep the retrospective going as much like how I'd have seen it growing up, I can't ignore it when multiple characters from this special will show up quite soon. I just felt it would be more efficient to do it now so that there's a better baseline. I won't spoil who's going to show up as major characters coming up, but I will mention that Marina in particular. Shame, I like the Poke Gear. It's a better name than friggin' Pokage at any rate.
I'll have to do like a subpar pause there. That's right.
It's a shame, I like the Poke Gear.
That'll work. Cool. Black Jinx. But yeah, that is always a tricky one. Maybe what I could do is I could maybe I could purple it up. It's like I could do the I could do the coloration to see if it's that easy to do. Well, with modern technology to do a color replacement. We'll see.
Friggin' Pokitch at any rate. And that weirdly leads me to the last
Well, I've already done one with a Jinx as well.
surprisingly long legacy.
I remember I did the Christmas special.
Shame, I like the Poke gear. It's a better name than friggin' Pokitch at any rate. And that weirdly leads me to the last section of trivia, which is the surprisingly long legacy this special actually had within the including one final shot in Journeys.
Okay, and lastly we just need the ending, which is over here.
It's along with
Ah, it's too loud. Okay. I need to make it a bit quieter. There we go.
Vincent. At least they got to meet up again. And so, Sway
Needs a small cross dissolve there. There we go.
to meet up again. And so, Swade, shocked by how underwhelming the coming storm turned out to be, sets his compass back to Johto and the twerps he knows. Will they be able to welcome him back with a good time, or will they fail to deliver?
Okay, that should be it, but need to do the final check. Alright, so this one I'm going to have to lock in, as it were. I need to I'll put it on faster speed, but I basically just have to do a hard concentration watch and just make sure that there aren't any glitches in the system. Already we found one. Okay. Okay, here we go.
Highlight. We rejoin our heroes as they
Okay.
Hey, Eugene, do you think Marina's okay? Let's put it this way. Team Rocket's not known for their gentle nature.
Sweet baby new, Eugene. Remind me never to attend European rallies. Let me put it this way. Have either of you been introduced to the term gulag?
We better take some action. You can't just do something to do something.
Gosh, yes, hey, yeah, I just felt like someone walked over my grave.
You must remain calm, man. Must remain
Okay.
Okay, I do appreciate the cakes are hitting pretty well so far, although it is a bit rich for Eugene to be all, the most important thing is not to panic. Right after, yes, she's most likely getting the thumb screws by now. So what is something should they do?
Hey, come on, step out of it, Vincent. Don't you know Marina's Pokegear number? Whoa, come on, we can call her.
Oh yes, Dolphins have been introduced at this point. It would have been nice if they established that beyond one single throwaway line in the first episode. I almost feel a little sympathy for Vincent.
Wait till she sees how smart I am.
And now it's gone. From your return, can we get 50 cc's of redeeming quality in this one? His appeal is flatlining fast. But luckily they acknowledge the technology and get Attila to confiscate it, and also choke a ghost. I really feel like Mr. Best was a bad choice for Marina's mom, what with her grabbing it earlier and now this. Luckily we don't have time to dwell on it, as Marina returns it and Attila's all...
You're getting on my nerves, you little twerp.
No one cuts into my valuable ghost choking time, but then Vincent tries to cut a promo against Attila with some fairly weak results.
I'll find you. I'll find you like a Charizard. What a candy.
No, Charizard isn't known for squashing, go for Snorlax. But yeah, then Attila uses an insult that's changed its meaning a bit with time.
Shut your mouth, Sissy.
Before standing over Marina and flicks...
Okay, hold on. There was a bit of a...
Go for Snorlax. But yeah, then
Yeah, that's a kind of awkward cut there. Maybe if I one second.
But... For Snorlax. But yeah, then Attila...
A little more.
But yeah, then Attila uses...
That's better. Yep.
an insult that's changed its meaning a bit with time.
Shut your mouth, Sissy.
Before standing over Marina and flexing, is Pokemon seriously implying a child is about to get beaten up? That is dark, but it certainly ups the stakes. Luckily, the Pokegear apparently has spyware installed so that you can pinpoint the IP address of the last call without the recipient's permission.
If we check the call log subsettings, we should be able to pinpoint Marina's location.
No, wait, that could have been abused. No, sir. Speaking of abuse, thankfully even these lollipop eating mega rockets wouldn't stoop to such levels, and Marina is merely tied up. But yes, they're trying the lightning lure once again, as third time's the charm, I guess. So they do what must always happen in a mediocre fantasy action story, and unleash the sky beam. Honestly, they didn't even need to make up the whole tracing the Pokegear signal. Just look out for the purple clouds. Luckily, the Twerps and Eugene are already en route to this fuel efficient BMW, so they show up and Vincent's all, wow, that late room was amazing. Let him go, you brutes, absolute brutes. Chill, Vincent. I get the situation, but he basically has a tank, and you're about as intimidating as a wet Michael Sarah. So Eugene puts it together that Raikou must have escaped, and Vincent continues to be just the worst.
So Raikou got away? Sag, you loser.
Nay, on the Ithwish day. No one threatens my lady love and lives. I'll pound him with my lily white forearm, see if I don't.
Let Marina go, and forget about Raikou, because there's no way you'll fall into your trap a second time.
What? I fell for it twice before.
Where's that?
Well, never freaking mind, I guess. So Raikou is actually kind of smart by staying out of range of possibly hitting rockets, but also really dumb because it still doesn't realize that the main purpose of the pistol is to get shocked, and that innocent threshold might also occur. Speaking of which, Eugene continues to act like Clayface from Harley Quinn.
And I'm afraid that's the bad news as well.
While Vincent continues to do a spot-on impression of a freaking annoying character. And then Marina does the best voice acting of the special. Dang, that is a good scream. Luckily, Beedrill is able to save her by catching her in its poison barbs. Don't think about it. Then the rocket sends Skarmory after her, and she falls again with another excellent scream. Girl wants to be famous. She should go into horror movies. So Vincent is all, I'll save you, my queen. I offer my spine as tribute. It was an honor to be crippled by you, my lady.
Are you alright?
Well, my pelvis is shattered in about 6 places since Vincent has got as much padding as an ancient Chinese pillow. But I did it out of your here. I mean, I know that Vincent technically saved her 3 times, but
That's good.
frequently if I don't feel bad for the nice guy who makes it all about him when he doesn't play like a Magikarp to about the same effect. It doesn't help that he's way too catty afterwards.
It seems it was I who broke your fall.
And both my particles. He doesn't take her own mind and doesn't hold his breath remotely up. So the first mind across. Good honeycomb, two love triangle. I will not be party to YA shenanigans. See it? They want to take the romance, tenderize them. Jimmy Beadle. Here I come. Save your command again. At first I was annoyed Eugene escaped. He swung by the nose, mostly come around to be hilarious. okay if he's doing it.
We can't protect you. You have to run.
Well, let's see. I didn't give a crap about your opinion last time, or the time before. Yep, still don't give a crap. Also, I know it's a tele from off screen, but it sounds like Raiko is channeling the Kool-Aid Man. I love it.
Oh yeah, come to Papa.
Oh no, he came to Papa. Maybe insisting on using a mech that was shown to be torn apart by freaking poison sting wasn't the best grip for the God Tiger. Look, the mech budget was really stripped down this year. Apparently one team was just blowing it in a week.
A week? Raiko has figured out how to disable that crystal's control unit.
Yes, Eugene. Raiko figured out that it needed to take out the control unit. No way. It just thought remove kid or destroy brain, make thing no move. But they're actually addressing the issue of why Raiko came in close when it was doing so well from a distance. Always nice when they smooth things out like that. So what was the reason?
Why did it come in close when it didn't have to?
To save us.
I referred to my earlier game. How did only okay if we...
What Raiko is actually doing is protecting anyone who it sees as its friend.
So it values life solely based on their proximity to their friend group? I kid. I get it's more than anything that doesn't threaten others counts as a friend. So he helps those in need, like a superhero. But the bigger hit scratcher is more that the twerps are all right, go get him, Tiger! When that's literally all he's been doing. Did you notice that this entire battle contained zero helpful contribution from the twerps? Raiko was doing okay. He swooped in to rescue one, but if they had just booked at the instant marine that was rescued, it would have played out the exact same way. They're really Indiana Jones in this conclusion so far. Curses! The same thing that happened the first 15 times happened again. But perhaps a 16th time. No, the worst has actually come to pass, as the crystal has hit maximum charge and upgraded to actively absorb electricity from its surroundings. It's too bad that there's no non-electric Pokemon that could melt the metal encasing it. And so with all this JRPG nonsense, Raiko appears to be trapped. Oh man, if it turns into Shadow Raiko, I'm willing to forgive so much right now.
You're only gonna be one legend born today.
Yeah, look at the 3 great Pokemon
Come on over here, Eugene. Come on, girl. Why you gotta be like that? So they finally think to use non-electric types, but fire isn't enough. So they plan to hit it with a non-standard tri-beam, and then Eugene is all...
I'm afraid that won't work. You see, you can't explode the field. The blast will be so powerful, it would destroy even Raiko.
How did you know that? All that matters is that if you break the barrier, it will kill Raiko. So what's the solution? We break the barrier. I'm on board so far. And then we drag a massive tiger out of the blast zone in time. Isn't Raiko like one of the fastest ones in the world, though? Snatch and run! Snatch and run! Yep, that's the play. Flip a coin, see if we all die. Why not? I like Vincent's delivery here, though.
Hey, we're an all-after team too!
No way. I guess now we're some kind of suicide squad. Who'd have thunk? And I guess it shows how messed up it's gotten with the algorithms that 4Kids, freaking 4Kids, is allowed to basically say the same thing.
You want to go on a suicide mission? Be my guest.
But then, yay, finally!
I've been on the sidelines long enough.
Here I come to save the day. And in case you thought I was joking when I insinuated that the 3 legendary trainers were Jimmy, Marina, and Eugene, here's Vincent using light screen as an offensive move.
Let's wait!
But credit once again where it is due. We have a decently hectic yet coherent battle run, and draining the force field means Raiko might be conscious enough to get away.
That will give the other Pokemon time to get away.
Channeling some Captain Kirk there, Mr. Green. But I will say I'm impressed that Hunt actually does what I'm shocked that evil teams don't do more often. Actually attack the trainers directly.
Now what to do? Protect your trainers or continue to try to save Raikou?
That's actually a decent dilemma. How will they get around it?
Stay there, Typhlosion! Don't worry about us!
Ignore us. We consent to being in mortal peril. Okay. So then Jimmy thwarts the Steelix with a modified light Yagami Gambit.
Twitch attack! That's a joke! I bet you couldn't even press a potato chip!
And Steelix, I guess, gets a Disney villain death by falling in what must feel like lava to it. And whoop, never mind. I guess it was just standard Disney death. Dang, this Steelix has more villain chemistry with the twerps than Team Rocket itself, I swear. So with Han giving them a motto of Studio Mappa.
Now it's crunch time!
Guys, get out of the way, we're going to be crushed.
I'm afraid to say it, Hunt, but maybe the ultimate system has just met the ultimate Pokemon.
Well, if it became the ultimate life form, I guess it really did get turned into Shadow Raiko. Oh, that's a nerd reference and a half. But yeah, the villains are routed and the twerps are all... Yeah, take that, you dick meanies. Oh yeah, the Doomsday Machine. I feel like destroying a black hole crystal would cause more than a medium-sized bonfire, but okay, I guess Raiko absorbed its power, rendering it inert.
I'm never gonna forget Raikou. Not ever. Hey, Raikou! Goodbye, my friend!
You only need to yell it once, you know. Oh, like you can lecture me on being extra. Thoughts? Oh, it's over.
Oh, yep, that's why you do it. Yep.
Picture me
Cut
on
that.
being extra. Thoughts? Oh, it's over. Just like that. No sunset, no wrapping up the characters, no explaining Eugene's whole deal, no bidding farewell to his modesty and suburban vehicle, no closure on the powerhouse that was cool, just a bad echo effect, a mediocre voiceover, and a cut to credits. Well, screw you too then. Okay, again, this was more engaging than the previous 2 parts, and they did do a good job of escalating the action at least, and it was good to actually see Raiko get a spotlight after intense weekends into all of their movies. But being slightly busier at the end doesn't make it good overall, unfortunately. The issue of the last episode continues onto this one, with weirdly superfluous characters just crowding out any kind of cohesive group dynamic. Yes, I need to talk about Vincent. I know he was technically introduced in the first episode and appeared in the previous one, but we only saw the full horror of his character in this one.
It's also hopeless! I'll never see her again! Whoa, come on!
I know he had one of the few decent jokes at the beginning, but they could have pulled it off just as easily with Jimmy flying off the handle and comedic not listening to reason. Heck, then Eugene could have gone, boy, you really care about that girl, huh? And then they could have done the classic Babaka out of it. Vincent was just the worst kind of unnecessary comic relief, an unlikable drip of a quote-unquote nice guy, and he actively made every scene he was in either worse or denser than it needed to be. As I said last time, he isn't even based on a player design. They just gave him a weirdly generic background character look, and he could have been cut entirely with no issues. Same with Kudo. You remember Kudo? He had a more interesting design than Vincent. They hinted at a history with him and Eugene, but no, he wasn't even a standard exposition until like the
Hang on, that was a bit weird for a second.
design than it's unnecessary comic relief, an unlikable drip of a quote-unquote nice guy, and he actively made every scene he was in either worse or denser than it needed to be. As I said last time, he's even based on a player design. They just gave him a weirdly generic background character look, and he could have been cut entirely with no issues. Same with Kudo. You remember Kudo? He had a more interesting design than Vincent. They hinted at a history.
Oh, that's alright.
He wasn't even a standard exposition number like the Harbor Lane for the first movie. He just facilitated Eugene's exposition dump. Just, hi Eugene, why don't you tell him about Raiko's cultural history? Well, bye. And boy, Eugene, there's some waste of potential if I've ever seen it. This was written by Tom Yorker-san, the king of callbacks. Eugene was a morally nebulous jerk, almost sinister motivations, ripe for fascinating conflict surrounding a captive, abused legendary Pokemon. But they just made him a bland, humorous, camp Uber driver with a polish on forgetting battle blue balls. But I can't harp too much on this potential. That's a lazy criticism, since literally anything has the potential to be better. But even separating Eugene from his background and previous appearances, he still just doesn't add much other than being a better comic relief than Vincent through his Juilliard training. And to give it its due, the final battle really did have some good twists and felt organically messy while still easy to follow. So Tom Yorker-san was at least playing to his strengths in that regard. But it was too little too late. The Rockets just twirled their mustaches and skirted some magic systems as a plot required. Even taking it all as a whole, this was not impressive. The animation was functional, but the story was messy. The characters were more bad than good, and the locations especially were so uninspired. The entire third act takes place in a rock quarry. What is the Super Sentai? So yeah, all 3 episodes and the special overall gets a Pokeball. The highest possible Pokeball, but I can't rate it higher. I'm sorry, Raikou, you deserved better. Trivia. Okay, there's a bit to get through here, but right off the bat, I do need to mention that Raikou being the most annoying part.
I want to read it, just can't.
And the second most annoying part of the special was not present in the Japanese version. Yes, the original broadcast got an ending, and it's almost exactly the ending that I described above. To trim down the special into 3 ad-ready US format episodes, broadcast cut out 2.5 minutes of Denny Moore. Now that doesn't sound like much, but in a 20-minute episode, that's a full tenth of the runtime. In those 2.5 minutes, we see Kuno again. He explains that against the report all this to Professor L. Eugene gets a final word. The twerps go their separate ways in a bittersweet manner, and we even get a bit of growth where we see Jimmy really is glad to get Marina's number for her new poker gear, which is sweeter than pretty much any other romantic beat in the entire special, and whipped out in the last 30 seconds, which got cut. My one big gripe with the special, and it technically shouldn't exist. Which stuff isn't needlessly cut, stuff is also needlessly added, such as when Eugene pontificates about why Raikou came to help. Here.
Why did it come in close when it didn't have to?
I know I stated that it was good that they addressed it, but knowing that it was an addition makes me realize that just having Jimmy realize it wasn't enough. I mean, it does kind of keep with Eugene's dramatic and verbose character, so it's not too bad, but it's still where they added that while taking away actually interesting beats. They also added the somewhat goofy banter with the Rockets when they were setting up the crystal for the third time, but I'm guessing that was because it immediately followed that freaking disturbing shot of Attila towering over Marina, so they felt they needed to dial it back a bit. Oh, and I forgot to mention earlier, but the Japanese names are Busan and Basho, which are references to famous Japanese poets. There are way more cuts that you can look through Adobe Studio Source to break down, which I'm linked in the description. But the last one I'll point out is that the poker gear is a lot more present in the original, whereas in this version you barely see it at all. It seems weird until you realize that the US broadcast wasn't during Gen 2 like the Japanese was. It was well into the whole era, so I guess I didn't want to display gimmicks from previous gens too much. That's a shame, I like the poker gear, especially the freaking poker chip anyway. And that weirdly leads me to the last section of trivia, which is the surprisingly long legacy this special actually had within the main series. Firstly, there's the fact that Marina talks about Pokemon performances in a manner very similar to content to the next 2 gens. Weirdly, it's actually quite likely that wasn't a coincidence. Work was already well underway on Holland at the time, both in terms of anime and games, to the point that concept art existed of May at the time the special was made. So unlike my jokes about foreshadowing Gigantamax, etc., this probably really was a cool hint for future mechanics. But speaking of future gens and episodes, you might wonder the reason why I suddenly veered off the journey road to look at the first 3 episodes of a side season that won't show up again in broadcast order for ages. Well, although I tried to keep the original speaker code as much like how I've seen it growing up, I can't ignore it when multiple characters from this special will show up quite soon. I just felt it would be more efficient to do it now so that there's a bit of baseline. I won't spoil who's going to show up as major characters coming up, but I will mention that Marina in particular shows up in way more cameos than you'd expect. More than movie characters, or mainstays like Misty. She has 3 cameos in Diamond and Pearl, including one where we find out she really did become a poker gear model in a sense. That's cute. Her and the Rocket show up in movie 9, and she also gets a final shot in Journeys along with Jimmy and Vincent. At least I got to meet up again. And so, Sway, shocked by how underwhelming.
Hey.
Jimmy and Vincent. At least they got to meet up again. And so, Sway,
Wait, why am I suddenly really loud?
by how
Bring it down a notch.
Jimmy and Vincent. At least they got to meet up again. And so,
That's
Swade,
it.
shocked by how underwhelming the coming storm out to be, sets his compass back to Johto. And the twerps he knows. Will they be able to welcome him back with a good time, or will they fail to?
I don't know what happened there, but oh. Come on, bit more. There we go.
Time, or will they fail to deliver?
Okay, we got it. Now I just need to export it. Okay. So we export it. Yeah, audio. Let's see, code it to the MP3. We got the QuickTime. Everything's up there. 1920 by 1080. We don't want to do the desktop. We want to do the Chronicles, and we want it to be 03. All right, and then we go. Let's do that. Export it. No problem. Okay. So while it's rendering, I'll do the title card, but then after that we'll stop. All right. Let's see. But so rendering. Okay. So I'll quickly do the title card while we're waiting on that. Only 5 minutes to render. Thank you, powerful PC. Let's see, what should the picture be? Let's see, hold on a second. I'm trying to think of kind of an iconic but not something that you'd know, something that's not too silly, but yeah, and I probably should change my chibi there to be more to be less enthusiastic. Yeah, down the nose. All right, and then what's a better clip? Would probably be I'm trying to remember what it would be. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Open it. Hold turn that down. Actually, I should probably just mute it for a second. Let's see if I can find a good clip. Has to be of the last third. Probably just a nice shot of Raiko would be nice, but what would be the best one? Ah! Wait, get back here. Oh, I know. It's that bit of that screenshot of Raiko looking terrified. I'll put that in there. There's one bit where he just looks really, really kind of goofy. Just trying to remember exactly when that was. It was about here, I think. Let's take a look. No, it's when Raiko gets trapped. It looks really goofy for a second. No, that just looks stoic. There was one bit where there we go. Just quickly grab it. It's a bit just before he before he kind of gets his adrenaline rush. Oh, there we go. Okay, I think I found it. Okay, got that away. Wasn't that one, but it's a bit further back. Ugh, I need to stretch out the timeline a bit. Hold on. Easy does it. We're nearly there. Oh, there it is. There it is. Come back. How did I spot that? Not that one. Nearly there. Unfortunately, we need to sometimes you can't get the exact frames because I'm not using the software. I need to use VLC to just kind of find the right frame. Let's see, RARG. Oh, that's why it only took two. It's only there for 2 frames. Okay, 15. It's probably 1540. Hold on a second. There it is. All right. So then we just take the snapshot. Then we put that in the title card. You guys can't see that. You guys can't see that because I don't want to set everything up all over again. But yep. Yeah, it's nearly done though. That's cool. Yep. But yeah. Now that the title card's done and the rendering's done, yeah. Yeah. I did say that I might do XCOM, but I am completely exhausted. It's okay. We might figure out something else later. There's not going to be a video stream tomorrow, but I am going to do a Watch Me script tomorrow. So look forward to a Watch Me script tomorrow, as per usual. I'll put that up on the I'll put it up on the Patreon. But yeah, Monday it'll be a Watch Me script, and then hopefully I'll be able to get another video done by the end of the month. That's the idea. But yep, thank you all for coming along, and thank you for body doubling. All good. See you later.